It's aged like
Joe,
my
I'll
beard.
tell you, we'll get right into it. Hi, welcome to Off Topic. I'm your host, Mikey J. We got Joe, Lindsay, Ryan Hailey from Funhouse joining
everybody.
us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
The
you know,
fun is
just
in the
another
house.
podcast to mark off your list. Just check off
My
another
first one.
Another
I've
your
been on.
podcasting belt.
I can't believe it. Just because you've been here so many times, and when warm bodies are in the building, it's like they get stuffed into things. You must have, like, there must be a reason you're not in things. Right?
Well,
You know what I mean?
We don't have to get into
just,
that.
I mean, just how many podcasts Chris alone has, I can't fathom it.
I was
Who you know
remote-
very well.
Well, I was remotely on his one about set in hell. And then,
Do you think that was like an audition?
yeah,
Go well?
that was a metaphor. And then I've been on this one now, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just beginning. It's going
far, so
very
good.
well.
As long as it airs. Does it
yeah.
count for you whether it airs or not? Or
No.
Okay, so it's already.
Pilot episode.
Okay.
Yeah. I played Fall Guys on a stream or something like that. No, but Ghostbusters.
Oh, okay.
Very
Very
similar.
very same game.
Different.
Maybe you were playing Fall Guys with Ghostbuster skins?
No, Blizz just asked if I could play Fall Guys after this. That's why I thought Fall Guys was in my head. But really, I mean
Invited me as well.
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see you in Fall Guys. That's cool that you played Ghostbusters, though. That's awesome.
That was
Fun
fun.
game.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to distract too quickly. I sat down here right as we started, and I saw the tap dripping. And my first instinct was, oh man, they're finally draining it because there's a keg on the other side. There's a refrigerator, and the keg's been there since before COVID.
Yeah.
And it's just, so we haven't used it. And they just go, it's
BC?
still full. It's still full. And I went, oh, they drained the keg? And everyone went, no.
No.
And then Lindsay
I just
put their
looked
head down.
down.
And I went, oh. So you just rolled up and just thought, today's the day?
Well, I
It's going to
never
be ready?
ever think today's the day. It just happens, Michael. The universe decides when things are going to happen.
It's their fault for putting it there.
It's
is
true.
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, you can blame me. I asked about it.
Yeah,
Well,
but that makes sense.
Ryan politely threw it out to the universe. Hey, is there beer still on tap? And I went, I don't know. This one usually works. And I just
Usually
gently
3
nudged
years
it.
ago.
You know?
Well, we have a whole array of draft beers here. You'd think that, you know,
Right.
Right.
I was just trying to see how many of these I could.
But again,
3 years is most
what you're
everything
saying
else,
makes
you know?
sense. they work in this building.
Okay,
You know what I
And
mean?
I literally went, oh,
makes
it's not working. Oh, no. I tried to stop it, and of course, it's still dripping. The drip has begun. I couldn't stop it once it started.
That actually reminds me of that was like that at Taco Bell the other day with the raspberry iced tea. And it was much faster than that. And I just thought, what, they got to do this every 5 minutes? like that was the solution. But it was just like an extra large cup. And I'm like, if you miss the timer, like this is a mess.
Tyler-
like all day.
Tyler aptly pointed out that happened beforehand, and it was like a mega rush. And Jeremy was the one who came over with a big cup, going like, "I got it, I saved the day."
I don't.
So Tyler replicated this. Thank you,
I
Tyler.
mean, it's almost
Thank
half
you.
full though.
Well, I'm always a glass half full kind of person.
Okay.
Michael.
No,
So-
you're not, because it's gonna keep filling
That's
up.
not half
Who's
full.
drinking?
That's
And then I'll
half
drink
empty.
it. I will.
Dear
I'll take
God.
a hit, guys. It's okay. I'll drink the beer.
But
I throw up.
convenient, we do have provided by Tyler for some reason. Oh, he's just because he was at Bucky's. He bought Monsters the Beast Unleashed.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a Bucky's in Austin?
It's. I think the closest
No.
one's in like Waco. Where
It's
is
like
it?
50 miles
Yeah.
away or something, right?
San Antonio and Austin.
Oh, okay. So you went south.
But also, Austin's like nonsensically large. Like, you definitely are not in Austin anymore, and the map's like, yeah, this is Austin.
Fast
Yeah,
drop.
that's
There
true.
might be.
That's
but-
true.
Fast drop. Drop on down.
But
Check
yeah,
out
it's
Buc-ee's.
Monster Hard, like cider, like 6%.
The beast.
What flavor is yours, Ryan?
Mean green.
Mine's Scary Berries.
Ooh,
It's terrifying.
It's
too
scary.
spooky.
Scary.
It's like a.
Is it delicious?
That's pretty good, actually.
Mine is good too. I like
It's
mine.
actually
Does it taste
better
like
than
Monster?
it tastes better than Monster, in my opinion. This is like a pretty good drink. It's definitely tastes sugary, or
So-
some sort of. It's not sugar, but it's something as bad or worse. What's
so,
up?
So is it a cocktail or is it's actually just Monster Energy and alcohol?
Joe, it's Scary Berries.
Right.
What part didn't you
the
understand?
beast.
Right. The beast is here for your berries, or these are his
Still too
berries.
paralyzed with beer.
I'm not sure. There's a whole fucking novel on the back of the can.
I think it's just Monster.
like it's actually. I'm looking at it. It's unbelievable. It's a book.
They did write a poem here.
There's a short story on the back that probably answers your question.
Tell us about
but
the author, please.
I don't want to go through it. Hey, the last paragraph says, "Get ready to celebrate and don't be afraid of the big bad beast." Cheers.
Well, you were complaining about the sugar, but it says we hit delete on the energy blend, cut out the caffeine, and ditch the sugar, baby.
Oh, okay.
Right. So what am I tasting?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Right.
If it's not sugar,
You can't
what
just
the hell is
say,
it?
"Oh, this is sweet as fuck," and there's no sugar.
Yeah.
What?
Yours is green.
The secret ingredient is
Yeah.
nothing.
Right. It's believing in yourself and your product.
What? Are you looking at?
I'm looking it up.
Oh, okay. Also, I
Genuinely
should mention,
curious.
Joe mentioned 5 minutes before we started that all day he's had a crippling headache.
But a crippling migraine.
And he's down to be on. He's just going to be a little low energy,
Sorry, buddy.
and don't make him laugh too
Don't.
much.
Gentle
Because
tone.
what he
We're gonna-
actually,
I-
what he actually said to me.
I asked Michael to make the show good, but not too good.
It's like
I mean,
kind of
Right.
funny.
It wasn't gonna happen, but the thing is, what if it did? What if we hit the lottery?
I would have to. I
and
would
this
have
guy
to
just
walk.
starts screaming.
I would have to walk away
That's fine. Well,
or
should
collapse
do-
on the ground.
I think the beast.
the piece is the last thing you need.
Unleash
I
it,
think
Joe.
the beast will end me.
We should make a goal to ourselves right now to tell the funniest fucking joke we've ever told.
I don't tell
podcast.
jokes. I tell experiences.
Oh, okay.
Okay? That also means
This
I
is
don't
real
know
to
any
you.
jokes.
This is real to you. Okay. Jesus. Well, you
Well, I
also-
make shit up. You actually have insane experiences.
It's true.
Well,
Sorry, I thought someone was about to bust in and say, "And me too," but I think someone just left. I think we just lost an
just
audience
heard
member.
yeah.
audience member.
Our one audience member left.
They don't want to hear about Ryan's
Left the
crazy
door.
skills. Yeah. His bizarre
Ryan,
adventures.
I wonder. I don't know. I think of this as like a not like a prison at work program, but kind of like a community
go on.
service. I don't know if it's for
He can
us
leave freely.
because like Funhouse came a rolling through town, and it's like 7 people.
Mm-hmm.
And they went, and then they went, "You're getting Ryan." and I'm like, whose decision is that? Theirs or ours? I went, great. This is great.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Joe's getting upset. Stop making him laugh. Stop making him laugh.
I'm turning into the mean green beast.
Ryan is an exclusive product that is in high demand. High demand right now. Yes, I'm trying to market you as best as possible.
thank you.
Yeah, the idea of Ryan, not Ryan, but like Ryan. You know, like what is Ryan?
That's flattering. Or
It is. He's got a bigger than
we
life
got him.
personality.
Yeah. He squeezed his big persona into our little podcast, our little home. Thank you.
So what do y'all
Joining
talk
us.
about on this podcast?
Just
What was the
literally
normal?
anything we can grasp at. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Just anything to kill the time.
Tyler has
The,
struggles.
the energy drinks in front of you.
Right. Well, that's how little Tyler believes in us, right? He's out at a Buckee's going, "Fuck, this will buy 5 minutes." Spending money out of his own pocket to
minutes
buy
here.
alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So we have something to talk about, and maybe we're a little bit less annoying.
Here, I'll ask you both,
Drink this, dummy.
because you're not from Texas. I know Michael's answer already. Have y'all been to Bucky's?
Oh,
I have not been to Bucky's yet.
Okay.
No.
For some odd reason, I know that. I didn't even know your answer, but I just know you've been
I
to
love Bucky's.
Okay.
I love me some Bucky's.
It's great. I guess for anyone who's not familiar in the audience, it's like a mega
Joe said
gas
no, by
station.
the way, just so you
Yes.
know. You
Oh.
just kind of shunned him.
I heard.
Okay,
I
but you
gotcha.
didn't react to him or look at him in any way. It was just, you heard a yes and a no, and you're like,
He's
all
like-
right, so Ryan.
He's trying to preserve. Since he's trying to preserve my brain.
That's what it was.
Quiet area?
Scrambled.
I just,
I should thumbs up to Joe. Got it. You're good. Thank you.
Like the opposite of Gordon Ramsay's fluffy scrambled eggs.
I would love to
That's
take
what my
you.
brain
It's
is.
very loud in a Bucky's, though.
I don't know what
so
I'm
we'll have to
saying.
wait.
I don't know.
Wait to take you.
Why? Why can't we go now?
Well, it's very
far.
loud.
I
It's
know
a lot.
it's far.
Yeah, it's
That's why I haven't gone yet.
the
Every-
last time I was at a
lot of
Bucky's, I will
yeehaws
say I've been a
there.
couple times, but not that many times.
Have you gone to the bathroom?
I have.
Yes.
And so the last Bucky's I went to, it was near Dallas. It was probably like an hour and a half from Dallas, like 90 minutes from Dallas. Like from here, they like 2 hours in. And I was going to Hangtime Studios to just like hang out with them for a day streaming. And I stopped at Bucky's to go to the bathroom. And I had to buy a painting hanging in the bathroom wall. And so I had to like get an associate.
Wait,
It took
what?
forever.
They sell art
They
there,
have
yeah.
art.
You
all-
can buy paintings in a Bucky's bathroom.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like not in
You
the
can make
bathroom. It's
art
on the
What,
way
they
to the
have-
bathroom.
They have someone
It's
dressed as a beaver. That's what Bucky's
Oh
is.
no,
a
it's
beaver,
just like
right?
it's artists. It'll be like Florence Maplewood painted 12 of these, and it's just like up air
Thomas
in the
Kincaid.
woods. There's like a little blurb about them and what they like, and their art ranges from like $50 to like a couple hundred. Well, they have like giant wood carvings. They have like American flags
Think
carved
anyone's
out of
ever
wood.
pissed
that's
on
like,
the art?
Oh, absolutely.
Again, it'd be a stretch.
Mark.
I can't
I saw
articulate.
Piss Christ there once. Original.
Right, but
wow.
they didn't piss on the art. That was the art. though.
Right, yeah.
That was up on the
Saying.
wall intentionally.
They sell piss costumes.
It's like, it's almost like pissing on the bathroom wall from here, you know? At least
Oh.
it was real like, hi, you've entered the beginning of the bathroom. You either want to start heading down that way or that way. But on your walk, enjoy this art. And then sort of as the art ends, then there's a corner, and then you go in, and then there's the
I
bathroom.
see.
You go, wow, I'm cultured.
I see.
Well,
At least at that one.
More importantly, though, they're renowned, world famous for their very clean bathrooms. You know, because they're basically a glorified truck stops, and everyone's like,
awesome.
"Oh, well, the bathrooms must be
See.
really shitty there." But no,
I hate.
They are nice.
I hate
You're right,
public
they're
restrooms.
pristine.
so
No, it's like a
These are
mall
nice.
bathroom
Yeah.
or better.
No, way better than mall bathroom.
mall bathrooms.
Well,
are
Mall
dirty.
bathroom's gross.
I guess. I was
Yeah.
thinking of like a good one.
I was on Congress this past weekend.
you're in
and-
Congress.
No,
He
Congratulations.
was on it.
on Congress.
Or
It was on
my
top.
condolences.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Looking
on
down.
South
Sorry, go
Congress.
on.
South Congress. And
Street.
Joe Cruz over there.
Look what you did.
I'm sorry. You don't die on that. You're on Congress.
God, how was Ryan? Swear to God, we asked him to do one thing. Don't be funny. Motherfuckers cracking jokes left and right.
Cannot fall directions.
know that.
Cannot
I
fall
was
directions.
confused about Congress.
Insane.
It's an easy mistake.
Do you know Marge?
I was gonna say I was on South Congress and I need to go to the restroom, but I hate public restrooms. So I went to the Kendra Scott. It's like a cafe. It's like a you know what Kendra Scott is, right?
No idea.
I
Jewelry
do.
store, like
Oh.
designer jewelry.
I know now.
And they had a cafe inside, and so I was like,
I've
that's
perused.
probably got a good bathroom, spotless, clean. It was beautiful, most gorgeous bathroom.
But they let you just walk in off the street and use
Oh
it?
yeah, yeah.
See, that's crazy.
In a place that's like that fancy,
I
you also
pretended
gotta,
to peruse
Okay.
jewelry.
Oh, you.
The better the bathroom, the harder it is to just come in and use it, right?
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if you're
Yeah.
not like buying anything, if it's like what's really nice, they don't want people just walking
No,
in
they
and
should.
shit
Well,
everywhere.
Except for Starbucks. I've always thought about, that if I ever got kicked out of my house or something, you can legally go into a Starbucks, say, "Can I use your restroom?" And then I can just literally move there. If I don't
You can
leave,
get your
mental notes?
yeah, they're not going to kick me out.
Okay.
That's their company policy.
And once you get mail delivered, it's even harder.
Yeah,
Because
if
now
I get
technically
3
you live
bills there, then
and they're fucked.
I have squatters right
Yeah,
or something.
then it's like
There you go.
that my worst neighbor.
There
Where
you go.
I
Yeah.
own half this
Then
Starbucks.
I kick them
the
out.
kitchen's actually my
Give
bedroom
me part of the
now.
revenue. You're making money in my house. You owe me part for I get $1 for every Frappuccino here.
Gonna need a full
royalties-
series where Ryan
royalties
moves
for
into
being a
Starbucks.
squatter.
That's right, yeah. I would absolutely
It's a
direct that.
loophole in the American government.
I love it.
So, in the Starbucks.
I don't know if it's
Did you get your severance check?
That's what the
No.
founding fathers wanted.
Yeah.
You got your government money? Yeah, my bucks. Check out my home. I live here. It's incredible.
Joseph said because he's thinking about the shareholders. I can't believe this.
I can't believe I've never thought of this.
Like Starbucks.
I could be a millionaire.
You could. Starbucks, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, there's obviously, like, there's the flaunting aspect of, like, I go to Starbucks. Like, we get to price
Is that still a
point.
thing in
I think it is.
2023?
I think it is.
I
Absolutely.
think that's kind of run its course,
I
right?
think it is. Over things like the
They're
McCafe or,
everywhere.
like, Dunkin'
I'm also
Donuts.
just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying
And that's
of
the flip
fast
side.
food, yes, but of coffee people, they're like shit coffee, like
It's
real
chain
coffee.
and
people
anyone
are
can go
Starbucks.
there, but the price point is absolutely like I got Starbucks today. So I think that's why
guess.
the restrooms are kind of still nice. I've been to several boutiques, especially driving with the kids now, where you do
certainly.
have to buy something when you go in.
Well-
And that's always fun when they want to buy everything. I'm like, kids, just buy like one thing. I have to use the restroom.
Well, you're
Get
a
the fuck
fool.
out of here.
You're a fool.
Please.
That's poor.
We're in a
That's poor
jewelry
potty
shop.
planning on you if you're running into boutiques with the children being forced to buy things. That's also I think total bullshit because Lindsay keeps coming home with $450 worth of makeup, going, I had to buy it. I had to
Kids
use the
wanted it,
bathroom.
Michael.
This is crazy. I had to run in. They made me buy.
They wanted the
made me
blazer.
buy this.
Oh, so this is what y'all talk about on
Yeah,
the podcast.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You bought a hope chest? Look, I was
My
feeling
kids
hopeful.
wanted Ivy Park. I can't help it.
No, it's also crazy that Starbucks restrooms are so nice when coffee makes you shit your brains out.
Maybe that's their thing, right? Where they were like, no one will ever think it's going to be nice because it's just poop, poop, poop.
Right.
And so they flip the
They
script.
compensate for it. They're like,
I guess.
"Sure, this
I
is
don't know."
Spotless. Absolutely. In case Ryan comes to live in here, we're gonna make sure this bathroom is pristine.
I have very low standards for restrooms, by the way. I will shit anywhere. It doesn't matter to me. You know,
That's a superpower.
shittiest restroom you've
that's
ever
not
used
normal.
that you can remember.
Well, the one I always go back to is I was.
Wait, you
Try
go
to
back to
forget.
mentally or
Yeah.
physically? Okay.
Person never left
It's
my
the worst one in my life. I constantly go there.
No, No, but I was. I probably shouldn't be saying it, but I was on some acid, okay, in New Zealand.
Your pH balance.
And I just, when you're all like everything, you're just more aware of everything, obviously. And then I just went into this like shitty park bathroom, it's like, and I didn't want to shit, but I'm like, I have to.
Right.
I'm on acid, and so I'm like looking at it, and there's just like all this gross graffiti everywhere. There's just like, let me call this number and I'll suck your dick with like while you shit on me. And I'm just like, oh, I just feel gross.
Ryan's trying to write that right now,
Did you imagine that as you were writing it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's me. Oh,
This is my number. What the fuck? I called myself. I got my voicemail. I've never been here before.
Did you make it out? How did you wrap up in your trip?
I just remember being grossed out and just being like, I don't want to, this is the last place I want to be, but I have to be here. It's just coming out of my ass, and I don't want it. I'm thinking about that. Like, oh, shit.
It also
What
just
is
like,
shit?
where was this, New Zealand?
Yes, New Zealand.
Was it temperature-wise? Was it comfortable? Was it hot?
It was very comfortable.
Oh, that's
good.
good. Because
Okay.
it could be like 110.
Ooh, yeah, like a
It's
steamy,
melting.
steamy steamer.
And then the other weird part was that me and my brother and his friend that were there, we kind of got freaked out and scared at some point. So we were like, let's go sit in the car for a minute. And then we went, and then while we were in there, someone goes, hey, look. And there was just a row of like 50 ducks in a line that walked right past our car. And like, it was one of those like, is this happening? Or
What are they running from?
is this usually, would this be weird if we weren't on this shit? So, yeah, why? What are they going? Where are they coming from? And where are they going?
Why are they running?
Where they
They were in a marching in
Yo,
formation.
follow the ducks. And then you guys are just slowly walking.
Yeah, right.
They'll take us to their leader. That sounds like the Dumbo sequence when he drinks champagne and they see the pink elephants. I'm like, you had that, but with ducks. That was your, yeah.
Yeah, it was very
What color
similar.
were
My
they?
elephants
The yellow?
drinking
Yeah.
champagne.
Yeah, they were white.
Okay, white ducks, yeah. Cool. So,
The elephants were drinking champagne?
yeah, in the original Dumbo movie, he gets lit
What
on
year that
champagne.
movie come out?
Oh my god.
41.
Right, something like
and
that.
you're shocked I don't remember the
Michael
scene.
the classic. Come on.
I know, yeah, but you know me. You've met me.
It's true. I do watch like.
You know how
older
often I
movies.
quote the 40s Dumbo animated film?
I just watched Cinderella like last week. That's from 1950. So.
Last Cinderella I've seen, and where the timeline stopped to me was with Hilary Duff. Okay? So.
Please, you won't mention Channing Tatum. He's one of the best parts of that movie.
No, I don't give a shit about Channing Tatum.
Why not?
Tate Yum.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
They do a whole episode on that Cinderella on history duffs.
Oh, yeah.
Only
Oh.
podcast about that goes through all of
Her whole
Hillary
career.
Duff's.
That's
Wait,
pretty
there's
good.
a
Shout
Oh, God.
out to History Duffs.
That's good.
Check it out.
That's a good one.
If
Just
this
go
is a
back
real
to the
fight.
It's a real
Oh my
thing.
God.
Of the
Like,
ducks.
you better not
Highly
be lying to me.
recommend.
Yeah, I mean, she does have a lot of history.
She does. Some would argue she was the original like Disney television like princess. She
Who
was
would
the,
argue
the,
that?
the first model. The internet would argue. The
Okay.
forums go crazy, Mike.
I feel like
The host
I've-
of History Duffs would argue
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah, I mean, but like, I guess not really the same thing. Like Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera,
pop.
but they were more like Mickey Mouse.
Britney was the
They
first
didn't
pop
really have,
princess
like,
model.
shows.
Disney pop model, like pop star, was Hilary Duff, arguably, and then Miley was closely afterwards.
Yeah, but Miley really outdid her
It's true.
of the two.
Not like I mean, like career-wise, there's a lot of that. We could argue all day on who has like the more successful career.
Can we? Because
think
it was back and forth, but then Hilary Duff
so.
stopped making music and Miley Cyrus didn't.
Right.
I
I'm not judging, but there's no video of Hilary Duff smoking sativa. Just
Right. I would argue that
Yeah.
again. That's in Miley's favor.
oh. See, I mean, I guess it's just
Like
depends what kind of
famous
audience you
Disney
want, you know?
princess doing sativa.
Cinderella likes to get high.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Right. But we haven't seen it. We've seen Miley get high.
It's true.
Yeah, I haven't seen Hannah Montana.
Hannah,
What?
Nothing.
Hannah Montana wasn't even there. That was part of the trip. It was on illusion. Ryan looked outside of his car and he saw Hannah on the street with
Yeah.
her other clones walking
What?
together. Yeah.
Maybe that's why Hilary Duff isn't as successful, because Hannah Montana was the same person, right? Just living a double life. Whereas in the Lizzie McGuire movie, it was Hilary Duff and then a famous singer who was a different person, but they looked exactly the
Was
same.
that what the
absolutely
movie was
correct.
about?
Yeah.
She's in
So
Italy,
maybe
yes.
it was because of that. Maybe that's why her,
Thank you for
her
weighing
career
in.
They
didn't take off
split
as
her.
much.
They split her potential.
And yeah, they split it in half.
They wasted it on a fake.
It wasn't all
person.
the same person.
It was still Hilary Duff, but they didn't
They didn't know.
write that into the plot. No, I mean it was for
Yeah.
real. It was still
No,
Hilary
it
Duff.
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
It
the
was
same
definitely a double.
actress.
It was definitely a double.
Okay.
That looked
Let him
exactly.
believe. Let him believe. Stop.
He doesn't understand. It's fine.
It's the migraine.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I like Disney does that, I think, where they see things that are kind of successful formulaic wise. It like maybe not have that big splash and they go, we're gonna take that and make a show off of it. So like Hannah Montana, people pointed that out, like though they absolutely took this idea from the Hilary Duff movie and made this a show. And I rewatched Ariel's Beginning, the Little Mermaid
What is
movie.
that?
It's the third movie in the Little Mermaid series, I think. There's 4 total.
I don't know.
Animated
There were
Listen.
4
Ryan,
Little
which one is
Mermaid
it?
movies?
Yes.
It's the 4th one.
Right, thank you, Ryan. Thank you. Someone here knows what they're talking about. Appreciate it. So, in Ariel's Beginning, the entire plot is that like Ariel's mom gets killed by humans because she was playing music with her mermaid friends and she was having fun. And they're like, "Oh fuck, it's a pirate ship, run!" And she was like, "No, my mermaid flute, I can't run." And then she gets like run over by a ship. So then Triton goes,
Then
"No
she,
more
I'm
music."
sorry, she gets run over by the ship.
Yeah, like she gets
That's
like,
how she dies? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Well, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Are you
Ariel's
sure?
mom was a shitty mermaid.
Are you sure? Yeah, like, just go down.
Just,
I don't-
yeah, you have the
Go
ability to
more
slow
down.
What are you doing?
It's like fucking anything in space.
All you know is
Go
the
anywhere
ocean.
else. Go anywhere.
Direction, right.
She was paralyzed by fear again. Very
okay.
scary stuff.
Has there ever, do mermaids get paralyzed? Is there like a mermaid out there that, oh shit.
It's a mermaid in ship lights.
But whose fins, like, you know, are like.
Just chilling,
just have
I would imagine maybe like a floundery type of mermaid who just lies on the seabed floor, goes back and forth like this. Point being.
Sorry, I might have messed up my entire.
Oh, you're good.
Don't look at us. We don't handle
I don't
that.
think anyone can hear me out
You know what else got messed up? Athena, King Triton's wife, who got
I don't
fucked
think
up
I've
by
ever
the
seen
pirate ship.
any thin affected mermaids.
Yeah, no, there's like
Maybe they've limited representation on creatures that don't exist.
there's a show called like Little Monsters or something, Super Monsters on Netflix for kids.
Yes.
And there's an entire arc where they have a mermaid character who is an allegory for someone who is paraplegic, and they can't play together in the same way that they normally play with their other friends. So it teaches kids how to adapt play, how to modify for people who need, just special situations basically, or special accommodations, which is cool. But no, I haven't really seen like anything like. There's actually not a lot of different body diversity in mermaids. We should discuss. We need more.
Frankenstein's name's Frankie. In that
That's Monster High. But yes.
show. What is his name in Super Monsters?
Is it? Oh no, you're right. Actually, you're right. I'm sorry. His full name is Franklin. Sorry. Because Frankie, listen, Super Monsters lore is crazy because that's not the real monsters. That's their children, and they're going to preschool for daycare.
His name's
guys.
still
Keep up.
Frankie, isn't it?
As a nickname, sure, yes. That's why I got confused. Sorry,
well,
yes.
as a nickname, technically.
Yes, you're right.
Disney should combine Finding Nemo and The Little Mermaid together.
The same universe? That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just a mermaid with one side of their flipper perfectly fine. The other one, it's
Oh, that's
extremely small.
The lucky fin.
Yeah,
That'd be
lucky
really
fin.
cute. Yeah.
What do you know about Super Monsters?
I have no
Monster
idea.
High?
What do you
nothing,
want to
Ryan?
know?
I don't know.
You watch a lot of preschool monster-aged animated cartoons?
Not
Not
I
anymore?
watched
I can't
Dinosaur
say.
Train a couple
Actually,
times.
Fucking Dinosaur Train. We can talk about
God,
that.
I actually know what that is.
What?
That show
Talk about
sucks.
acid trips. That's an
That
acid
show
trip.
sucks.
Yeah.
So fucking.
Is that
That
really-
show's annoying as shit.
Early
It's like, way to make
2000s?
dinosaurs not cool.
Right.
They're just fucking annoying.
They should learn from The Land Before Time.
Stop
The Land
trying to
Before
teach
Time
me
did
shit.
Well.
I did work with some mermaids.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very interesting because when I was in my birthday party entertainer days, every once in a while, like they'd be like, "Oh," I'd be like Prince Eric,
Cool.
and Ariel would be there, and usually it was because it was so funny because he'd show up and they'd make all the kids like go inside, and usually it was like they'd have a swimming pool, right? So then all of a sudden they'd come out and they'd have this woman who just has this flipper. She's just like flapping like she just came out of their swimming
Like a
pool.
magic carp.
She's like, "Oh hi, I'm Ariel. I just came out of your swimming pool from the drain. You know, I swam all the way here, and Prince Eric's here. You know, and I'm the only one. She's completely incapacitated because she can't walk. She's just
Right. She's just
and she
sitting
can't,
on the steps of the pool.
She's just sitting there. She can't like go to anybody. So everyone has to come to her, and I am like her legs, eyes, and ears and legs and stuff, and I move around and give people stuff.
Did you have like? It's funny you mentioned that too. I love like professional mermaids. I feel like we should clarify because there's definitely some people in the audience that are like, "I'm sorry, what?" I'm like, "You can be a mermaid. You can be hired for parties to like be a mermaid, swim
absolutely.
around.
Yeah.
It's really fun."
What you're describing exactly, we did.
Yeah, we did that for.
We weren't
Okay.
mermaids. We used the service.
But I wanted
But they replaced Prince Eric, which probably makes more sense as like a
Just
boat
sailor.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a
Because
dude.
because it's the same thing, and yet it's like Prince. can you hand me that soda? Like, I'm thirsty.
Yes.
It's just a guy to stand there and hand you because they're just like, I'm sitting here sweating my ass off
Right.
in the water.
It's funny you mentioned that. You're not wrong. Like, I appreciate the art because as a parent, like, one, y'all are entertaining these kids, and there's a lot of kids at a birthday party, and to be like literally incapacitated as a mermaid surrounded by children, I'm like, please be happy, please enjoy
Yeah,
yourself.
it really is. Like, all right, get him in the house, and then someone runs outside and throws her in the water.
All right. I mean, because the whole time they're sitting there just like, the suspension of disbelief is going on. Or, I mean, they have none, basically. They think it's real. So they're like trying to figure out how this works. They're like, wait, don't you need water to your gills? Are you suffocating? Like,
That's my favorite. I appreciate the artists that will riff off of that too. Like the person we hired, she was so smart and quick with it. And they'd be like, oh, how did you get here? How'd you know about the party? And she's like, oh, I called on my shell phone. I was like,
Right.
oh.
I mean, again, you would hope she'd have something ready as it's their job. Like,
Right,
it's not like you woke up in the pool going, fuck, what do I do? Shell phone? It's like you hired one. Like, they were so clever. They had an answer for the kid's question of how the fuck did you get in my pool?
I was chloroformed. Your parents chloroformed me. I woke up here.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, bizarre.
What the hell is going on here?
Once I had time to
Police
roast, it was
finest.
fine.
Do you think there's professional mermaids out there who pretend that they're drowning out of water? Like they're suffocating, so they're flopping on the side of the pool.
Kill me.
And you as Prince Eric have to get a bucket of water and continuously splash them
Yeah. Anyone have water?
for hours.
Where's the hose?
For my birthday, I want that. Please make that happen for me. Thank you.
Man, Tyler's right. These are easy to drink.
Yeah.
Are you done with it already?
No, but it's 21 plus contains alcohol. It sounds like a run-on sentence.
Yeah, that's what I'd do if I was Ariel. They'd be like, how do you survive? I'm like, give Ariel a few more of these, please.
Yeah.
This is my fuel.
I'm not driving.
I need some
Also,
Swiss
she's an old
grapes
lady.
right
I don't know.
now.
Oh.
I do like. I had a few times where like we would hint at stuff of like how much more time the artist had there, but it was in front of the kids, so you have to like kind of use coach. You'd be like, oh, like I must return to the sea in a few hours.
Yeah.
Like, but you have like 30 more minutes for my time. Like that's fucking it. And then I got to change. So it was just really funny to kind of be in the middle of that. I love watching kids react to that too, because you're right. Like the moment where they exit the house and like holy like shit as kids, like oh my god, it's a mermaid. That's
Yeah,
insane.
they started shitting everything.
Crazy. Listen, we raised Jersey
I was
kids.
like, Prince Eric?
They're throwing fuck
Hello?
left and right. I would love to do stuff like that. And now, like, I like that it's a viable option for a career. That's a whole thing. There's like classes you can
Well,
take
I
in
mean,
college
like
to be a
acting.
mermaid.
I mean, you're only looking at like the AAA mermaids. There's probably a lot of struggling
The
mermaids.
mermaid.
out
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
just saying, like, it's viable, but let's not paint this as, let's not.
I'm saying that it wasn't
be
even like, a
naive.
possibility.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
Well,
Probably a
ours-
couple of top famous world mermaids, and that's it.
I was definitely on the discount mermaid company because we technically wouldn't even. It was hilarious. 'Cause, like one of the things we couldn't even say who we really were, like legally. So it's like
you're Sea Prince.
right,
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly. I'm Sea Prince or I'm
Prince Rick.
Spongy Dude,
Yes, yes.
SpongeBob, or Italian plumber. Or literally, and they'll be like, so hey, is Mario coming? I'm like. Actually, Italian plumber will be there at 7:00. They're like, but wait, it's Mario on the website. I'm like, you'll see underneath it says Italian plumber.
Right there.
I can't say it basically.
Just shut the hell up. I'll do whatever you want when I
and
get
Mario
there.
will come, but it was his name. Call him Italian plumber.
We had the same thing with there's like a princess special place.
You want a
here in Austin,
bong? I
too.
want a water pipe.
Basically,
Same
yes.
energy.
Literally, it's the same energy, but for children. I had calls where like I'd want certain characters, and they had the same thing. Like it's named this. It's not Elsa. It's like Frozen
Yeah,
witch or whatever
Ice
you want it to
woman.
be. Ice princess. I've heard this phenomenon happen. I saw a few
Say
TikToks
something
about
totally
it.
different.
So anyone who wants to weigh in who does like princess work or acting work, they say they'll have times where people will call and request a specific princess or character, and they're like, okay, like what kind of song do you want me to sing? They have this song in their movie, and they're like, I want you to sing all the songs from this totally different character and this totally different movie. Like the entire time you're there, you should talk about nothing but this movie, but dress up as this totally different character.
How common
this
could
like
that be?
I don't know.
I mean, is this not for children?
Is that
It's like,
exciting?
I just
Yeah.
want, yeah.
It's is that parent going, dress as Aurora,
some
please?
high school party?
Right, yeah. I don't know. Weird.
Or they just want to confuse their kids. Like, my kids have been bad, and we need to.
yeah.
Buzz Lightyear is only going to talk
Yeah,
about Spider-Man.
Can Buzz Lightyear show up and just be a fucking dick?
Yeah.
Like just be an asshole to my
we're
kids.
sick of watching
Yeah,
Toy
so they
Story.
hate this guy's movie. Can he show up and just kind of like push my kids around a little bit? Like,
Be an asshole.
nothing crazy, but
Did you witness any traumatic
be
mermaid
crazy.
incidents that you can legally talk about?
What?
Traumatic mermaid incidents?
Yes.
Not really. It was just a lot of the things there was definitely.
There was a lot of traumatic
We can make
human
some.
incidents because there were no mermaids, but there were a lot of human drownings.
It's real to me, Michael.
mermaids. Yeah. all right.
Again, what you ask is very
No.
important.
No, Ryan.
Mermaid incidents, none.
She swam,
Absolutely
she swam
zero.
here herself for my birthday.
Now, fish women, numbers were high.
I did go as Buzz Lightyear once, and I show up there. Like I said, this is the discount company, and I show up there, and say hi to all the kids. What? Oh, they're like, oh, Buzz Lightyear's here. And then their mom's like, you don't look like how it looked on the website. I don't.
Right,
I want
when
my
they're,
money
and they're
back.
right.
Oh boy.
And I'm like,
Great.
let me call my boss. And I'm like, the person doesn't like how I look.
They know.
Yeah, they know.
They know.
They know, yeah. And then the
shattered.
person's like, well, you gotta leave then if they're not gonna pay you, So then I had to so then I'm in the weird position of having to go to these kids being
Right.
like, sorry, I gotta
shitty.
go back to the moon. They called me.
Space station.
Space station
broken. Yeah.
emergency.
Right.
Oh my God.
Happy birthday, Tom.
That's so shitty. Yeah, that
Yeah.
sucks, man. Aw.
Have a good 4-year-old birthday party. I know this is, it's traumatic.
Right, yeah, no kidding. Like, Space Rangers
Your
gotta
mom
go.
doesn't think Buzz Lightyear looks authentic enough to the film.
Right.
So it's her fault.
I like to imagine you left with a passive-aggressive Bud Lightyear, like one line for her, like, sorry. To
Bud
infinity
Lightyear.
and beyond, bitch.
Lightyear.
Like, see you later.
To infinity and your mom, bitch.
Now that's a core
Ring,
memory.
ring. Well, never mind. It's good. You can head back
I
in.
like this one. I like this one.
They called and they apologized. Oh, well, I have to apologize now.
Oh my gosh. There's a Netflix documentary called Merpeople that is just released too.
Yeah.
And
Really?
you made me think of it.
Okay.
I was showing it to Michael.
No, you weren't showing it,
was-
to me.
it was on
We were in the
around
middle of
you.
like
It's on around
doing
you.
chores, and it was kind of like, oh, we can like clean up around our bedroom while you put the TV on.
It's at a runway shows, baby.
Putting on Merpeople is not a casual background watch, right?
Why?
Once you put it on,
Wouldn't
I
be
just went,
invested.
I'm not. I don't
drama.
plan on watching this. I'm not going to be subjected to this for the next however many episodes.
And then you got
this is.
sucked in.
No, not at all. It was changed.
Drain.
It went for a couple minutes, and I just went. That's great. I'm not watching it.
I reject Merpeople.
I just don't need to know. Oh no, it's people just being like, I am a mermaid.
Dedicated mermaid.
Oh, it's like a documentary.
No, it's a real like documentary. Well, not even. It's just they're like this. It's their hobby. I guess I didn't watch the whole
It's
thing.
like My Strange Addiction.
It's a little bit of both. It's people
their
who
life.
know that's their job, and then there's people who are like, I am Merkin. Like, I am meant to be a mermaid.
I guess
This is it. My life.
they slow roll it in the beginning where they're like, I got a normal job, I got a normal thing, and then when I'm done with that, mermaid time. Like that's kind of how they intro you. But yeah, I'm sure there's people who are like, I'm a mermaid.
No, there's a few where they're like, I've always known I was a mermaid. Like, I was born human, but I'm a mermaid.
Did you call it merkin?
Yeah, that's like on the tumblers,
Like
Brian.
the fake pubic piece?
What a merkin.
Right, a
Stop.
merkin.
Yes, you're not wrong.
I think it's different
You're
than a
not
merkin.
wrong.
Well, it's just one of those words
what,
that has
Ryan?
multiple definitions.
You know, the
why we got
English
mermaid.
language
English is
crazy.
crazy.
I love it.
Holy
I love
shit.
it. Most mermaids wear merkins because they don't naturally develop hair down there. That's another thing. It's
okay.
all
Has any of the interviewers ever asked the people who believe they're mermaids? They're like, hey, what do you say that you can't breathe underwater? What do they say? Has anyone?
I don't
asked that
think so.
question?
I don't think that's been presented. I feel like they would argue like they've evolved somehow. The magic has grown within them.
Did you?
They say, are you calling me I'm not a real mermaid,
Right.
motherfucker?
No, they got a mermaid's kiss. Of course. That's
fish
how.
slap the shit out of you.
Wasn't that
Let me
mermaid?
dip my hand in the water real quick. Oh, fuck it.
I'll fucking.
It's amazing. Was it? Okay, mermaid lore is that a mermaid
Did you
kiss
watch
can
it, by
breathe.
the way? I'm gonna stop right here. Have you watched it?
Not all of
No.
it.
Okay.
They watched the 3 minutes.
Just so you know,
did.
I'm gonna say it's a fine subject to present, but don't get fooled into then asking Lindsay about it because they also haven't watched it.
The only thing that I've
They
seen
know
that I was gonna
30
mention-
seconds more than you.
Canonically, I think it's mermaid kiss makes you breathe underwater. We'll pause that. But I asked because there's an opening scene to make it like dramatic. Is the idea of like a Netflix documentary has to catch
My
people,
one
you know?
true fish.
Yes, it has to entice the audience. So the intro of Merpeople is this
Didn't
like
entice me.
I know.
I'll tell you what.
And if they didn't get you there, you're lost. 'Cause there's a whole like scene where they have a show and it's at a public pool and it's someone swimming like, wow, how graceful, how wonderful. And then it cuts to hard dramatic action. There's intense music playing. They're like, oh, my eyes, it's burning. It's so intense. Like, get over here with the water. Go, 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 go. And someone else was like, did you check the pH balance? They're like, no, I forgot to check the pH balance of the pool. Oh my God. And that is the first like minute of this
real?
documentary.
What?
No, it's real. That's what
Oh,
happened.
I thought you were gonna say someone ran in and they were like, the squid, it stole her voice.
Oh no. So they're playing it off like, dude, this job's harder than it looks. There is some intense shit that happens when you're a professional mermaid. You could get chlorine in your eye. It burns really bad. You don't even know.
I'd be more concerned that you get like fucked by a sailor. You know what I mean? Like, or like chopped up and cooked. Like they just saw my fish bottom. They chopped me up and cooked me.
Or like,
Les
stuffed
poissons.
and put in Ripley's Believe It or Not or something.
Yeah.
too.
Do you believe it? There
Can't
it is.
know. Yeah. So that, check out Merpeople. High drama,
Okay.
high action.
Check out Merpeople recommendations of something I've never watched.
drama.
We didn't make it. We're not in it or affiliated with it, and I haven't watched
Just
it.
check it out. Because
Check it out.
Watch it.
I mean,
about
usually
it.
check it out. You know you got Netflix.
It has the same intensity of the Succession intro and that show's intro too, but with mermaids. It's beautiful.
What can you say what did your posse roll in town for?
We're a slumber party. We're having
Oh, okay, okay. That's what you're doing that tomorrow. Got it.
the slumber party.
Because it was like yesterday, Jaren mentioned like, oh, Funhouse is in town. You know, if we want to like film something with them, you know, it was kind of a group like, But then after that, I went, just clarify, who's Funhouse? Because Funhouse can be like 2 people. Who is it? And it's like, well, we got this person and this person. I'm like, okay.
like 7 of
And
them.
I went, maybe let's just like maybe pick some. We pick a couple maybe and then figure that out beforehand, before we have 12 people in a room together.
Should be a fun slumber party, though.
So we're doing that, and then I know we're filming something tomorrow. I don't know if you're in that or not.
I am.
Oh.
10 in the morning.
Wow, look at 2 for 2.
Yeah, I was not happy about the call time. Whoever invited me. Like, I'm here, why not? Fuck it.
I almost forgot to check.
That rules. What's up? What are you checking?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, it's
Look at
almost
that.
full.
It's also the top.
Jesus, I also forgot.
The glass
completely.
is mostly
Tyler,
full.
we have a tiny glass to.
Oh,
we
God,
only have so much time.
It's years
gotta
old.
go.
It's years old.
Don't.
You'll get sick. You'll actually.
one taste, Michael.
No,
Just one taste.
no, I can't even
Just,
joke.
just
I
a
can't,
lick, Michael. Coward.
I can't let.
Yeah, I already feel like I'm
Can't let
dying.
this
Let
happen.
me drink it.
Oh, here you go.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Michael's like, I don't have to go home with him.
Joe, just hang on for a couple more minutes.
Yeah,
Joe.
yeah, I got it.
Joe doesn't have
I'm just
kids.
waiting for True Glove's first
Don't drink
kiss.
it.
Oh,
Free me from this humanly
No
world.
clue.
What happened,
Love
Joe? Why you got a
say.
head boo boo?
thanks.
I don't fucking.
You've been thinking too
Yeah, I'll
hard?
take it for
I've
the
been-
Red Bull, though.
yeah.
Thanks. And we need another cup.
Are you taking drink orders?
Well, I got the hand signal. Yeah.
I'm fine, thank
Hector
you.
gave me the.
You came in, caused a mess, and are now giving orders.
That's what I
is
do.
crazy.
That's what I do.
I know. That's why we're doing it. Did you get good sleep, Joe?
I slept.
Were you
last
worried
night.
about the slumber party?
I was worried about the slumber party. I wanted to be able to stay up for the slumber party, so I've been training
Not
myself
that late.
to stay up.
Or you need the Bees energy drink. For fuck's sakes, what the doctors ordered.
Off Topic is sponsored by BetterHelp. How much time do you actually spend on yourself in a week compared to the time you dedicate to others? It's so easy to get caught up in everyone else's needs without taking a moment to think about what we need for ourselves. We all know that feeling of being stretched thin and burned out. But guess what? Therapy can be a game changer for finding more balance in your life. It gives you the tools to support others while also taking care of yourself. Therapy in general has incredible benefits. It can help you learn positive coping skills, how to set boundaries, and helps you become the best version of yourself. If you're thinking about therapy, give BetterHelp a try. Just fill out a quick questionnaire, and they'll match you with a licensed therapist. Plus, you can switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. The best part? It's all online. You can fit it into your schedule whenever and wherever works best for you. So, take a moment for yourself and give BetterHelp a try. Your mental health deserves it. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/offtopic today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/offtopic.
I've been dealing with migraines for like a year, just onset randomly. And then slowly but surely, it's been like, it started at the top of my head and now it's like slowly creeping up to like the back of my head. And like every day it's been on like my right side. But today I woke up and I felt like I was gonna die.
Woof.
And here I am.
Woof.
I was also just like, migrants, yeah, they become non-randomly. Not today, though. It was not random. I've had it all day, and I still chose to be here. Maybe this will help. Hey, check this out. Ryan, check this out.
Oh, this is
What the fuck
exciting.
is that?
Thanks.
Does that make you feel any better?
No, that's what's happening inside my head right now.
No, look, just
What
look
the
at that.
fuck? That's awesome.
Never shake your drink again.
You have a personal cup blender?
Yeah, dude.
How do I get that?
They've been going around.
How much is
They're
that?
super cheap.
It's like $28.
That's it?
Afraid
Can I make a smoothie in it?
You probably
There
not.
are. I have one that's an actual blender. It's
This
an
one is more
portable-
just
It's
for
like this,
mixing
but
powder.
it's a blender.
Wow. Powder.
It's called a blend.
like
jet.
protein shakes. And
I've
stuff.
seen blend jets, yeah.
Not crack cocaine or anything.
That
Unfortunately.
might work actually. I was more just thinking like it probably won't blend a banana.
Okay.
It would probably blend crack
Banana
cocaine.
flavored
Right.
crack.
Now I don't
It's
know
not
that you
FDA
can put that in a
approved, but-
liquid. I don't know how that works, but if that's cool,
would work.
this will do it.
It'll work.
Yeah.
Just gotta get it hot enough.
Like this is just I've been using it a lot just because it's fun. This is just the water, although it is I think raspberry water because it's from the machine.
I was wondering why it was so frothy.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you turn it on and then you pour in your powder or whatever, or maybe some Gatorade. I don't know. Wee! Whoa!
Chris
Yay!
Maybe some Coke.
Oh, and some Coca-Cola. Pour that in, Joe. What? Who is it? It's Chris Samir is here to replace Joe. So Joe can go lie down. What, Chris? Do you know Ryan?
We've met.
Because he's saying you barely. He's
Why would-
barely been on any of your podcasts.
no idea
I was
this
on
was
the one he has a
I know
shirt
you
for.
didn't.
Surprise!
Even Chris didn't know.
Didn't know.
I asked him at 3 o'clock, and he said, "What time?" And I said, "Now."
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for being my
You're saving Joe.
my.
You have a headache, I heard.
yeah, and
thank you.
migraine, but only the worst one ever today.
Why is it so bad?
I don't know.
I don't know.
so
Well, why did he still do the podcast?
Because I wanted to be here.
He wanted to be here.
team player.
He wanted to be a team player as long as the team didn't win. AKA make him laugh.
as long as the team wasn't having too much fun.
Right.
All right, here you go.
Yeah,
Chris.
thanks, Joe.
Thanks.
Joe, thanks for sticking it out.
Hey, thanks.
Go lie down.
Have a nap, Joe.
I know a really good
Good
nap
game.
spot.
He's for
Where's
sure.
it at, Chris?
I'm gonna whisper it.
All right.
Okay, whisper it.
He's mic'd.
No, it's okay. They can cut this out.
There's in there. There's like a
You should bleep this. You should leave this in, but bleep it.
Go check it out. There's
Okay.
a couch too.
Well, man, this sounds pretty sweet. Go check it out, Joe.
I found it.
We'll check on you later. Hey, thanks, Chris.
Yeah. Thanks
Joe,
for having me.
if you reach into Michael's pocket, his car keys
Make
are there.
sure you
can
guys
go
check
take
out
a nap in our
Merpeople.
car.
Oh yeah. Check out Merpeople and Merkin.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. I haven't watched
Yes.
it. Let us know if it's any good.
Chris, are you aware what Merkins are?
Merkins are wigs for the pubics.
Right. Now you're aware what a merkin is, but a merkin.
On the Tumblr, if you're a merkin, it's like I'm mermaid at heart.
Mermaid
I've always
kinsman,
been
I assume.
mermaid.
That's what it is.
Kin to a
Yeah.
mermaid.
Yeah.
Which I think they're spelled a little differently. Or
I'm
is it
sure
spelled
they
exactly
are.
The same?
They're pronounced exactly
Right.
the same, and that's the problem.
The merkin is working. I'll tell you that. We're doing great.
The Merkin's working on the Merkin.
Chris dropped everything last second.
Why are
to
you
be here.
smirking?
Thank you, Chris.
Stop it.
It's working, Merkin.
We were discussing mermaids before you got here.
We were also, I really feel like this is like a Star Trek moment where if I was in a coma and saw that now cups can be blenders.
It's insane.
Have you not seen this?
No, you can tell.
the fuck?
I just got it yesterday. It's been going around.
It's amazing.
I said it's like a tonal, but everyone can buy it. It's only $28.
They're blenders now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, people are snatching it up. This one is more for a workout mix. He wants a blender, but they do blendy ones according to Joe for like smoothies. and
Blend
shit.
jet. Yeah.
This is like you never get clumps again.
Yeah.
It's not grainy at
You
all.
turn it on and then you pour the shit in, mix,
Yeah.
suck it down.
I'll be honest, sometimes I don't even mix.
Fun. I just turn it
on.
on while I walk around. Fun to play with.
Fun to eat.
USB-C, Chris. Not
USB-C?
even mini.
Yeah, you don't have to.
Comes right off.
Wow.
I turned it on.
I bet you could do other things with this too.
I bet you could.
I bet you could make a fan.
Yeah.
You attach some paper to that? Yeah, I mean, anything. Fans spin, so
True.
at its core, you're right.
There's propulsion.
This is the thing I would do like in.
You just
like,
push once.
You can make
How many
drone.
times you're doing it?
I broke it.
I don't know. I don't know how you did that.
Ryan has a good point. There's drone tech available for this. We can try and like.
I want
There's
drone
drone
potential,
tech?
yeah.
I'm just saying a drone cup blender would be a cool.
Okay.
Go portable.
Anyway.
As in like it delivers you a drink.
Yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, I
Yes.
like that too. But like, just this all-in-one thing that like, it's a blender, but also I can take it out.
Dude.
And drone, send a drone message.
Speaking of drink, do you want to unleash your beast?
Yeah.
Which monster beast drink would you like?
Peach.
They're hard, Chris.
Is it alcoholic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Unleash your beast.
fucked up.
Hardly.
Wait, is it?
Oh, you're gonna read?
Oh,
the,
it is alcohol.
Read the novel. Yeah, you asked.
fucked up
You
and we
asked.
are not
I said
going to
yes.
sleep.
Bro.
Well,
You
We're gonna be
spurred it.
bouncing off the walls.
Go back to Kelly. You're drunk. Get out of here.
do you think Merpeople?
Hey, that's the show you were on, by the way.
Well,
That's the one.
Technically, I wasn't. It was my friend Napkin the Elf,
Yes.
who looks and sounds exactly like me.
I was saying
he's also
to
an
Ryan,
elf.
like, surely you've been through all the podcasts. He was like, no, none. Maybe that one.
That's not true.
What else was I on?
Stinky Dragon.
Okay, I had a cameo. Well,
Okay,
that
I'm
wasn't
just-
me either. That was
Stinky
Quill.
Dragon.
I'm just telling you, I went, surely that can't be true. And he went, no, nothing. And now there's exceptions coming through.
There's a lot.
The
lot
only
of loopholes.
podcast you haven't been on is Black Box Down.
I have Black Box Down. Okay, I haven't been on that, but I haven't been on all of the face fucks.
You were
and
just
stuff.
on Always
Well,
Open.
yeah, I
Nobody.
don't. I have nothing to do.
I'm
that-
sorry. I'm just saying all of the things.
Yeah.
Rooster Teeth
Like,
podcast.
you've never been on the RT podcast?
Never
Impossible.
been on the.
Wait, you haven't been in the RT
No, that's
podcast?
bullshit.
I was
What are you
just-
doing?
You told a story about
the
Napkin
fuck
the
are you
Elf,
doing?
famously, before I worked here.
Yeah, I learned today on this podcast that the napkin face was a thing before Ryan was even involved with Funhouse. There was a connection. Yeah. You're like
that on your resume?
There's some degrees to you.
I want to go back to Merpeople.
Yeah.
Oh,
please.
okay.
Yes.
Chris,
Excellent.
I always
Let's-
have time
let's
for that.
talk
Go
about
ahead.
them.
Yes.
Do Merpeople, when they're trying to blend in with humans, do they wear merkins?
That's what I'm saying.
'Cause-
I was saying to Ryan, I don't think naturally they develop any pubic hair. It's all scales down there.
I would imagine. Fish don't have hair, right?
Are they?
No.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
not unless you want to fuck them and they're in a Zelda game, because then they're probably have hair.
Oh, or
They got
dolphins.
They got bird people, fish people.
Well, when you're
Fucking
talking
all
about
kinds of
them blending in, I mean, they have giant flippers on. What's that situation? Are you talking about in the Ariel scenario where she has magic legs? all
magic
of a
legs,
sudden?
or do you think there's a fake
'Cause I think
prosthetic? Do you
when
think you
you-
could do like two kids in like an overcoat situation
But
with a mermaid, or no?
Probably.
Absolutely not. You can't.
Oh, I think they hold on
walk,
tight enough,
Good
yeah.
enough. No, but
I think
mermaid gotta walk around
I
like
think
this.
two
Does
Ariel have normal
Merpeople could
pubic
walk
hairs?
together.
Question.
I don't think so.
They don't have normal genitals.
Ariel? I mean, human form for sure.
When in human form, well, that's what
she's got
Chris is
legs.
saying.
Oh, do you think she just lays eggs and then a guy goes and
If Futurama taught me anything,
Or it's just
yes,
like
that's
she.
exactly what
it's
happens.
like she got the legs, but she didn't get it. She didn't get. It's like
I
Barbie.
think it's still
now.
fish
It's
part?
smooth.
Oh,
Yeah.
smooth.
like
It's a Disney movie, so yes, absolutely.
But like the way a lot of fish make babies is
Chris, don't be vulgar.
they lay eggs on
tell
like
me
a
all the
nice
details.
like spot on the ocean floor. And then
humans
Found a nice spot.
yeah, and then like the male
Fish.
fish goes and like all over it, and then they get
Uses-
fertilized.
Wait, it uses a little gun? It goes,
Well, it's a little gun, or it
Okay.
could be a big gun. You know.
Double barrel, baby. Yeah.
So what was your question though with that?
about.
Oh yeah.
Well, do you think they were mermaids? This is my base question. If they were trying to like, I guess if they're just shooting out eggs and they're not really having sex.
Does Ariel just shitting eggs out?
I think she should-
I think
I
was
think-
this
Well,
what his
That's the
question
thing.
was?
We have two. There's two sides to this question. There's when she is thin Ariel, and then
No,
when
we're
she
talking
has
about
magic
mermaids.
legs.
All mermaids, all the time.
All mermaids all the time. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Imagine just having a merkin on your mermaid tail.
Your
It's kind of looks
mermerkin.
stupid.
It's gonna look
I
dumb
like
as
it.
shit.
Yeah,
You're not
it's
fooling
like- you're not-
anybody.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
What are you
Who
doing?
the hell is
Right.
is buying that?
What,
You know?
what y'all
No
are
one.
discussing and unlocking.
Now, hey, by the way, Joe's gone. We can really laugh now.
Yeah,
can.
okay.
Yeah,
And
we're
I
good.
said, like,
Let
he
it
was
out.
in pain.
Imagine you're on a
Pretty
date
selfish
with,
of him, but
with
he was in
this
pain.
fake mermaid, you know, and you guys are getting like third base and stuff. Like, do you think that any
It might just. I could see it.
Think she's gonna let me get
is
fit?
any human being gonna be a fist deep in this mermaid?
Well-
and you go, wait a minute.
Less and less is being taught in schools. So
Well, see,
that might not even have to be a mermaid for
It
someone
just
to be
comes off.
surprised.
It like rips off. You know, these
People don't
Velcro
know
merkin. You're
what-
like, what the fuck is
People
that?
don't know what human anatomy actually
yes.
is.
it could be a merkin could be used more like a guiding light.
How deep is a merkin?
As in, like, okay, so if you're just like
How deep is your mermaid?
going to hang out with a mermaid, and
Right.
I wouldn't know.
Are you actually going to hang out, or you're going to hang out?
Netflix and Gill.
Yeah, you know what I
yes.
mean?
Go ahead.
Oh my! You just come up with that immediately.
Listen.
No, I've been saying it for years. Okay.
But like,
Finally.
you wouldn't know where things were. I wouldn't at least.
So you want
a merkin
like,
would be like
video game type waypoint signs with merkins. That's what
Right.
we're asking for. Keep going
Put your
this way.
hands here. Touch here.
Sorry, you've gone. If you feel 2 bumps, you've gone too far.
You're not wrong. And here's the thing.
He's not.
Some people like to enjoy having sescapades with the lights off. I would argue a majority of the ocean is under light because light cannot go that deep.
What are you
So they could
saying? How am I?
Headcanonly,
I'm
we could
the
be
odd
feeling
one out
around
of this podcast.
with
Can I
those
just tell you?
merkins.
With Ryan,
I get what you're
Lindsay,
saying.
and Chris.
I get what you're saying.
I am
man.
the
Makes
odd
sense.
one of this group.
I love it.
Perfect sense to us three.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, so I'm sorry. Your thesis is that because
Yes.
there's light doesn't travel through water and it's always dark
Well, it
down
could be
there.
dark.
that
There's a lot
people-
of darkness, yes.
some
Yeah, that's why they
people
got the
are
lanterns on their
ignorant,
fucking
but-
heads.
Yeah, don't they have either the lanterns on their heads or the echolocation? or
Right, I'm not
something?
saying they're ignorant. I'm saying there's not a lot of eye usage going on there. Chris is right. You can feel around for that merkin to kind of know. One,
Love is blind in the ocean.
it's very blind to that ocean.
Wow.
Also, hey, we'll talk about marine biology real quick because fuck yeah, we're going to. So if we're talking about like mammals
Marines?
specifically, yes.
Yep.
Hoorah. If you're feeling around for your other marine buddies and you're trying to identify them in the ocean, you're gonna go, hey, are we part of the same pod? Are we pod mates? Are we cool?
What are you talking about? Is this a marine or a fish?
I don't know why I said Marines.
No, we know exactly why you did it. You absolutely did. And,
When you're in
and you know
basic
what?
training,
They said, fuck you, I'll answer it.
anything can
You didn't
happen.
see that coming.
Marine,
Everyone on it. So go back to marine biology.
Marines, marine mammals, everyone can feel around. It's okay, but no.
But do they? You keep saying that. Do they do this?
Yes.
Do the mammals
In
do
re-
this?
In real life,
don't have
whales,
hands.
yes, marine mammals do like they just like rub up on each other. They're like, oh hey, are you my friend? And then
that
like
how they
the
do
way
it?
I
sometimes,
don't-
yeah.
I thought they used like they made
I think you're really taking
noises.
things here.
They have a lot of like communication aspects, like orcas will call to each other, and certain pods have different dialects. So if you like apparently take one orca and move it to another pod, and you're like communicate, they'll go, I don't know what the fuck these guys are saying. This
their
is crazy."
accent. Their accent.
No.
Yeah, I'm lost. But yeah, there's a whole season in which orcas especially will like rub up against each other, and it's almost sexy times, but it's more like friend romance times. Like, hey, friend.
I mean, then that's not almost.
up?
I mean, that's weird.
It's more than friendship,
It's-
but not quite sex.
I'm just saying. It's almost sexy time, but then it's just two friends.
Having a good time.
Just rubbing.
just rubbing like they do. Nothing will happen unless it
Platonic
does.
orca, humping, dry humping.
In the history of women loving women in literature, they're usually just good friends. You know,
Oh.
just really good friends. There's,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. When I was growing up,
Go ahead.
Go
please,
on.
please.
my aunt always had a good friend.
Wow, that's great.
Besties, yeah.
That's great.
They held hands and everything. Oh,
It was a while until I was like, wait. I don't know. How old
Did you feel like a fucking idiot? You're like, oh my God, what? That's crazy.
most friends smell each other's hair when they hug and rub each other's back longingly. Yeah,
Yeah.
for minutes.
They change each other's merkins. Like,
Yes.
it's just a thing we do.
Okay, this is Merkins aside. What would you comfortably allow your friend to borrow that isn't too far? Because I feel like stereotypically for guys and girls, and I don't want to be binary here, but like it's different. Like I could lend my friend my bra, and that's not weird.
I wouldn't
To
do
me.
anything.
Nothing.
Well, give
nothing?
me an example of something that would be off limits.
Your
for-
boxers? Lend your boxers.
Yeah, but right there, it's kind of different though, right off the bat. Like a bra isn't equivalent to boxers.
Yeah.
You don't need boxers.
I think I could lend some of my panties too, potentially.
I guess, but the
Depending
point is
on
they
the
wouldn't need it. You'd be like, you got nothing to wear. Like a bra, it's like it's a tool. You know what I mean? Like I need a tool. I'm not asking you for clothes.
It is a tool.
I need a
Yes.
tool. That makes sense. What's a male tool that you wouldn't give away? I don't know.
What about like a razor?
That's.
I mean, I don't really care. I think if I ever give a razor away or let someone use a razor, it would be prefaced with like, first of all, I wouldn't give it to you if I like used it on my dick or my
that's what I was
balls.
asking.
You would have to tell, like, I wouldn't even offer it, right? They'd be like, I'd be like, can't give you that one. I would give you one that's like an extra one or whatever, but I'd be like, you better not use it for, like, what do you need it for?
Yeah.
Which is fine if it's like, maybe there's one specifically for that, but you gotta know. You can't just be intermingling
Mix
them
and
all.
match.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know
I
what
have.
I have like 40 razors lying around, like either just like manual ones or like I have a few electric ones. Like I can label it. You know what I mean? Be honest with me though.
Yeah, no, I mean, I have, a face razor and then a, region.
It's also
nether
though, I
region.
will say
razor,
for
yeah.
someone else, I can see like, fuck, the wedding's in an hour and I forgot my razor for my face. I don't really know a reason ever. It's like, I gotta shave my balls now. Well, can I borrow yours?
I was
Like,
more
what's
thinking
the, like, it's real urgent?
all I have is my ball razor.
Right.
It's your wedding. You forgot to shave. You want it.
See, that's an
Like,
emergency.
I would let someone use my ball razor
I don't think that's
on
much
their
of you
face.
giving anyone in. Like
welcome.
that's not you being generous, Chris. I would let them use my ball
Well, I
razor.
still have to go and then put it back on my balls.
But it was on their
true.
face. I don't
could have acne and stuff. They
Their
think it's all
face
over your
could- I don't
balls.
understand.
Now
They
also
could
you
have an
got ball
STD
acne.
on their face.
Maybe a toothbrush is
Fuck
like
no, I would
something
not
where
let
it's like,
someone-
all right, you know, that's not a, but that's just a human being.
Dude, that's
thing.
pretty gross.
I
Like,
would,
yeah,
the
don't stick
closest I would go is
toothbrushes in general.
I'd give
Not
it
a
to
guy
her. I'd be
thing.
like, it's yours, keep it. But even then now, I'd be like, I would just take the head because I have you replace the heads.
yeah.
I would definitely not share a toothbrush with someone outside of my family. No.
Can I reveal a story?
I would, but it's a little only in an emergency.
I know it's gross, but I feel like this is a safe place and I can talk about
Yeah,
it
no one's
here,
watching
and no
this.
one will
Yeah.
judge me, especially
Great.
when you're 3. This guy I was seeing in college, and we were hanging out at his apartment. I know, don't tell no one tell Michael. So we're hanging out at his apartment, and I noticed that my breath was a little off. Not sure exactly what I'd eaten, but I was like, ooh, a little, not good, not good.
Because you brushed your teeth with his ball razor.
I did,
what it was.
damn it.
Always makes your mouth.
You thought it was their
That was
face.
later, Ryan, and trust me, it was all flossing. Anyways, so I'm at his apartment. I'm like, oh, I know, like we're definitely gonna make out. He wants to do this, but like it's so gross. I don't want to have like an awkward moment. So I excuse myself to the bathroom, and I borrowed his toothbrush.
Or just use your
And I
finger.
used it once.
I don't.
I needed.
Did you tell him?
No, I didn't. And that's the
I
worst
won't
part.
tell.
I think that's the word. Thank you, Chris.
I'm gonna be
Thank you,
honest
Chris.
with you. In that situation, you don't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
This was
I-
actually the worst part. It was okay that you did it, but the fact that you told
Yeah,
him, he
now
can
you
see
fucked
that
up.
now.
He'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
now he know that he
Shit.
used.
He'll be like, it was too wet. The bristles were a little
Ignorance
moist.
is bliss in this situation.
Shit.
But and I guess in that situation, it's like, oh no, y'all spit got mixed up. But like y'all were gonna,
Right.
presume. if
Chris,
you're
watch what
plan
you're saying
was-
about my wife right now.
I presume.
Watch it. Remember what happened to Chris
There
Rock.
was a
I'm just
match
saying it.
of tongue tennis that was ready
He had
to
a
be
lot of
played.
good
Yes.
films.
That's definitely different though. Like, there's the plan of like, let's kiss, but also like, God, I don't know how I could breach that. Like, hey, I borrowed your toothbrush for the
I mean,
sole
the same
purpose
way
of
you
us
actually breached it by
making out.
taking his toothbrush.
Secret.
I just like the idea of going, I can't ever imagine a world where I tell someone what I actually did.
Instead of like,
Not the thing.
It's funny when you do it if you do it after. You don't do it before. Like, hey, can I use your toothbrush?
I've
Like,
caught
okay.
people.
yeah, I use. You know how my breath.
You've caught people what?
Well, I was like, oh, do you need a toothbrush? Like, I have an extra. And they're like, oh, I already brushed my teeth. I was like, how?
oh, what? No.
Yeah.
That's,
And they're like,
no.
oh, I borrowed your toothbrush.
That's
Oh, no.
insane.
See, yeah,
That is the mark
that's
of
what
an
I didn't
insane
want.
person. You're either
Jeffrey
disgusting,
Dahmer?
right? You just can't be taking
Avoided
people's
that.
toothbrushes and being like, I took yours.
Nope.
Even Lindsay lied, or just lied
to.
through omission, out of fear and shame, which was correct.
It won't hold up in court.
What about deodorant?
Deodorant, okay, that
Deodorant's
to
a
me
little
is
different,
different.
I
That's
think.
not inside your mouth. Your
It's
mouth
also
is,
like
gross.
it's all gross.
Bodies are gross.
Like deodorant is because you get gross and sweat. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I guess if you're like, need my deodorant and the stick, and you look at it, it's like, oh
Like,
god,
yeah.
like it's fucking disgusting. But other than that,
I play a lot of
that's kinda
sports too.
just-
That's common. Just like toss a stick. Like, yo,
That doesn't.
What about
bother me
lip
as much.
lip goo? Balm.
Fuck
balm.
lip goo. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
I would let someone use mine if they wanted, not thinking I'm great like Chris, but I would be like, even if I let you use mine, I would be like, yeah, like wipe your finger and take it. Like I don't want your mouth. If you want it that bad, you can put my mouth on your mouth.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
let
not
your
put-
finger all over it, which is probably just scratching your asshole.
Well,
or
I
something.
would
wrong.
make
Not
sure I could either A, have you wash your hands, or B, I would make you sign something that says it wasn't in your
There you go.
asshole. I'd probably do that. But
Okay,
just
yeah,
sign this,
everyone's got one of
saying
those
it wasn't in your
NDAs
asshole.
on them.
I just fill out this form and then put your finger all over my lip balm.
Now I drink
Yeah.
a lot with like lip gloss and mascara. I'm not letting anyone borrow mine, nor more the reverse.
I mean, lips straight up. That's how you just get like sores and
Right.
stuff,
Yeah,
right?
no,
Am I wrong?
Like herpes and shit.
I don't share with anyone, so I never get anything.
I remember you jogged my memory. I had someone growing up, like they got like mad at me because I pick my fingernails sometimes and clean that way absentmindedly, and they're like, "Oh, that's so gross, that's disgusting." But that same person would constantly bite their fingernails, and I'm like, "You're eating what's under your nails, so how am I gross?" Right? I was like, makes no sense. People are nasty. Also, you were saying, Chris, I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
Think about Merkin.
He's the beast is coming
Yeah.
out.
The beast is.
Seeps
It'll
into your
get you.
bloodstream.
He's changing.
Hey, if you ever just get distracted, like, just look at that. Like that'll calm you down.
Honestly,
I know.
that is such a good ADHD tool. Like, look at this and talk to Michael.
Is
There you
it
go.
good or is it bad? I feel like nothing will happen.
Have you drank it while it's?
I'll live on the wild side.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Michael, no.
Definitely not intended. Yo, try Gatorade plus water. It works. Believe it or not.
Surprise.
I was a question for you, right?
Oh yeah. Hit me with it.
You got a lot of. You talked extensively about your sperm donation.
Yes, I have.
And-
Not
if you don't-
particularly today, but in general.
I know, and
the
it's-
information's out there.
I don't want to be,
Retired
Too
recently.
invasive.
you retire. You're out of the game.
I'm out of the game.
Oh.
Picking up my last check soon. They're always waiting for me. Anyway, continue.
And they're like, you coming in, everyone's like
Thank
standing.
you.
Here's your gold white watch. Yeah.
Ryan puts his badge and gun down. He's like, leaves.
It's a golden cup.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think Ryan hands a very old magazine. I won't be needing this anymore.
Turn it in your.
Every page is stuck together. It is one page now. I must leave. No more reading material.
Right.
You're retiring because you're too old?
No, because it's inconvenient for where it is in LA now. I moved across town, so
Yeah.
it's like I have to go an hour
there
to
not
go
another
jerk
spot?
off into this cup.
You're like, not
That's
worth it.
not gonna work
Not
for me.
worth it.
Right.
No.
There's not another spot?
That's a good question. I haven't looked at other.
Why are there not
things,
drop-off
But I
spots?
feel like at this
I
point.
feel like there's a good reason that
Oh,
there's drop-off spots. You just kind of fling it through a window. It's like
like the bank teller
like the
thing.
Ronald McDonald House. You just kind of dump the change in. And just like, dump your cum here after hours.
Pneumatic tube.
Yeah. Right.
You don't even have to use. You just.
I will say that
a
was
2 for
always
1.
the coolest thing about a bank when I was a kid. The pneumatic tube was like, that's cool.
Science.
I go, "Phoom." And then as an adult, it's the most inconvenient. But as I was like, this is terrible. This takes so long.
For the pneumatic tube, that'd be cool if there was like a technology for this where you could just
Yeah.
put your dick in
Oh,
it,
yeah,
and then
that's
it would
what
just
I'm saying.
suck
Yeah,
it
it
out.
Sucks.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sucks up and off.
Yeah, right.
Up, off, and in.
What was your original question, though, Chris? We got a little off track there. A little off topic here.
I actually have a video though of something like that happening. The pneumatic tube sucking it out.
Oh, those are those
Yeah,
gooeys.
yeah. I filmed him eating one of the gooeys.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be someone putting their dick in it.
No. It's just someone sucking something. You were
Alas.
talking about the pneumatic tube, reminding me of it.
Yeah.
It's on an upcoming Face Jam. We talk about Chris, and there's like a whole candy thing, so it ties in.
It's all.
This is synergy.
Got
What's
it, yeah,
happening
yeah.
right now, and then Ryan's here also. But I think that's cool. I think we'll work him into this energy. We just got to get him in a couple more Christian. Now that you guys know each other, you can get into some of the.
Were you donating sperm back in college? Is that when you got into the game?
Well, I tried to, but I smoked too much weed then.
Oh.
And then I still smoke
So
weed.
now this was a problem for you or for them?
About that.
Okay.
I
I was
was
just like,
trying to,
because
but
I smoke so much
apparently
weed.
There was
You're
like
like-
something about how they don't want
Okay.
stoner cum. you
Right.
know?
I don't even think it wasn't even the
It's
comment. It was
lazy,
just
not
they don't want it in your
motivated.
class of people.
Exactly. Right.
But not,
Discrimination. That
Yeah,
I've always
that's
said.
probably what it was.
it didn't stop him from making drop-offs.
Yeah.
Just in case you change.
But then I basically I asked them. They were like, yeah. They were essentially like, just don't do it like 2 weeks before you come and donate. So I'm like, okay, I can take a 2-week break. I should.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So it kind of was almost like motivation, and it's been very healthy for me, Chris.
Yeah.
It's made me cut down.
It's like
the
you're
weed.
getting paid like a not smoking allowance.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
You get every 2 weeks you get to jerk off and you get money.
It all builds up to one big happy time.
For real, yeah.
You get to jerk off and then you get to smoke.
The first time I went in there too, like I was like expecting like, you know, what y'all were saying, like there's gonna be all these magazines and stuff. And I went into the room and it was like such this boring, sterile place with no magazines. I'm like, what the fuck are they expecting me to do? And then I realized, I noticed this beautiful flat screen television there in the room.
Wow. Like,
And I turned it on and all there was one app, the porn app.
Whoa.
And it was just filled with everything you could ever want, every
Oh my
category.
God.
I'm like, I could be here. How long can I be here? You know? And, and so that was my intro to it.
The opposite feeling of you being in the bathroom when you're on acid. So that's
It
that's
was
the
like-
other bathroom experience.
Right, you couldn't wait to get out.
Yeah.
You didn't want to
This is one I never want to leave.
Incredible.
How many times do you think you've done it? Like total.
Like in general or for the sperm bank?
Or the donation wise.
That would take way longer to figure out.
You don't need off the record accounts, okay?
Yeah, I probably have went in like a total of 20 times.
Dang.
You know, a lot, fair amount, every little
pretty
bit.
good.
And they provide, you know, like incentive structures and stuff. It's like our June special. If you come 9 to 12 times, you'll get an extra $1,000.
Holy shit.
Is there a punch card? Tell me there's a punch
It's
card.
pretty much a punch. Well, not. I wish there was an actual physical punch card, but they basically be like, "Ooh, you're on your 6th visit."
It's called a pump card.
I feel like you could get to the point where like you're recognized by staff too.
Ooh, you're edging.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more.
Yeah, I'm like, wow,
Get a
what
10.
up?
That's even funnier. Like, hey Ryan, welcome back. Nice.
Yeah,
okay.
you get chips and stuff. Like, here's your bag of ruffles.
So funny. Because I love like when you go to a restaurant long enough where someone goes, oh, like you, the usual.
This is
Yeah,
like
the
a
usual.
joke.
You know it.
Every time you walk, people are like,
Sperm.
oh.
You don't shake it?
But now, mind you, the money is obviously cool, but it was more than the money.
Sure,
It's for the betterment of society.
Well, that's a nice side thing too, but it was more of an existential, like, I need to, what do you call it?
Propagate or like spread.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
If I could get hit by a car tomorrow. Okay, I have no Merkins to my name.
Right.
You know?
And you still won't to your
well,
name
no,
because
no.
they won't be to your name.
Well,
They'll be
okay,
to
not my
whoever,
name, but
whoever their parents are.
In 18 years, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna be able to theoretically meet all these fuckers.
Great.
And,
Will you?
and
There you
yeah,
go. Thank you,
I
Father.
checked a box that says they're allowed to contact
Oh,
me.
cool. Okay. That's
Right,
what
but they're
I-
allowed to contact me, and you waiting for their call are two different things. I mean,
That's
well,
true.
obviously they're gonna call that.
Oh,
I mean,
know.
that's
It's like a weird peace of mind. It's like I don't even have to know these people. They probably don't even have to exist. It's like the thought that I have thousands, an army of Ryans.
Ryan's a statistical genius because
assuming-
even if he has thousands of donations, maybe one of them will call him. We're open the
exactly.
odds
That's all I
up, you
need.
know?
thousands.
Do you think, what do you think in 18 years or whatever, do you think they'll be, do you think that you'll live up to their expectations? Do you think they'll be like, so I met my dad.
They'll have a lot of at least internet content to go back and watch of their origin story. I don't know. I hope, but I just hope that I hope that they're like cool.
Right.
And not these,
Like most people, you donate your sperm, assume they'll grow up, come looking for you, and you hope they're not shitty, because that would be disappointing for you as a parent.
Yeah.
If the kid you helped create but didn't raise in any way didn't meet your standards.
Yeah, just like, there's like some
Fuck, I met my kid today.
There's like
Ruined the last 20 years of the idea.
it's like a new Columbine happens, and it's like we tracked down their
Jesus.
biological
Right.
It was their name, Ryan Hailey. I'm like,
Ryan's
Ryan,
not
son!
He's the scapegoat for any situation. Like they were adopted.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with that shit.
That's not our genes.
It's nature versus nurture. And this is
I heard
the
that guy
nurture.
donated like 20 times. He was fucked up. I don't know.
Most people, it is just the money.
I thought
But
about
I could
it.
be wrong.
I think it's
Why didn't you do it?
But why did you think about it?
It's the
like
sperm you
to
make along
spread
the way.
yourself or for the money?
Or
No,
you pour it to them.
well, in college I thought about it for the money, but then I was like, I don't know if I want kids running around, and then that I don't know about, right? And then when I got older,
Which is the whole point.
Right.
Just so you know.
yeah. That's why I didn't do it. That's why I didn't do
You know what I mean? Like,
And then when
it's
I got
not a
older-
baby.
Because I still go, where'd you come from? Fuck.
Then I got older, I was like, well, if I don't ever have kids of my own, then
There we go.
And then I was like, let me look into this. But at least the place I looked at, I was like, I wasn't eligible.
For what reason?
I think they wanted
stoned
like
too?
If you don't mind me asking.
no. I think it was like you had to be like 32 and under or something.
Oh,
It was like there's an age cap.
yeah,
an age
yeah,
cap.
weird.
I didn't know
And
that.
I was like,
Oh, I mean, there's some that it's like it's only for like because it's genetics, like doctors. You know, like this is the goob of a doctor.
Yeah, so is
that like-
you know, and they'll
Is
be
that
like
not eugenics though a little bit? Just saying. But
yeah, but
I don't know.
people want it. I don't fucking know.
Science.
I mean, I guess the thing is like, I want a random sperm. If I want a random sperm, I'll take a random sperm from someone that was already successful. So if there's some genetic follow through, I'll get it. I think that is
Right.
like the thought process.
Right. We can get into the morality of like designer children, but I'm sorry, I digress.
well, yeah. I mean, so I was like, oh, well, I guess I blew my
Blew your chance.
blew my chance.
Yeah, and that's all you blew.
Yeah. Do you sell yourself?
So that's actually a really interesting part. For one, they do the one time I've ever been to a therapist in my life was them. They made me. They had to like psychoanalyze me to make sure I wasn't a serial killer or something. And then after that, which was really interesting actually. I'm
Yeah,
like,
which
oh,
would
this
be
is-
It was
actually-
good for you to find out.
Yeah, it was. It was. I was like, I'm curious to see what these people are gonna say.
Because actually, if you were a serial killer, it'd be a good way to get some other people, like other suspects out there.
Oh God, you'd raise your own kids and then go kill them?
No.
them.
It's like, well, this DNA, there's like 30 matches in the system. They could be in it, you know, like.
Wow. Okay, I hadn't thought
sick.
about that.
You're sick, Chris. This is why they wouldn't let you
you're a
donate your sperm.
psychopath. But they do at a certain point. There's a questionnaire and you have to answer all this stuff. So like the parents who are going through are like looking at oh, this person answered this, and then there's a video that you can do. So they
It's like a personality.
it's like an interview thing. And at the time I looked like I had like my beard was all. I looked like so I tried to like look my best, but like it totally looked like just someone trying to comb
up a little bit.
that never combs their hair, combed it that day. So I don't know how compelling my video is for these people.
I think you would have been better off without the video.
Well, I thought about that. It was an optional thing, but you get paid at every stage of the process. They're like, if you make a video, it's an extra $300. If you fill out this form, an extra $400.
Damn.
So it was like, well, why not? And it's kind of more upfront. They'll like know exactly what they're getting themselves into.
That's true.
Do you
There's no refunds on this.
have any connection to people who receive your sperm? Like, do you get to get in contact with them, or is it
No,
just like,
they're
yo?
That would be crazy. That'd be
I'm just
insane.
asking, Michael. I don't know this. works.
You don't want that. I don't think people go to a sperm bank to meet people.
Hey, I'm just
okay?
listen.
Not only that, you're not
single, right,
supposed
mingle.
you're not supposed to they don't know my real name and I wasn't supposed to give any like identifying things, so I didn't say like, oh, I work at the Fun House or whatever. But the very fact that I'm on here talking about
Right.
this is probably they don't like that, you know what I mean? But now that I'm retired,
That's true.
See,
fine.
you joke, Michael. I think the world needs a rom-com movie now where someone, a friendly gentleman, comes in to donate their sperm, and someone receives it, and they go, I wonder what that guy's like. And then the rest of the 90 minutes, we get to spend her searching for that sperm donor so they can fall in love and have
What?
kids together
oh, that's right.
and raise their
Yeah, I
sperm
don't-
donation together. It'll be great.
all very
They'll
odd.
get Merkins.
Yeah.
It will be
They
wonderful.
made that movie. It's called Our Father on Netflix.
And Frozen Assets from the 80s.
Jesus.
It's about them breaking into a sperm bank.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
what they do?
Huh.
I think it's called Frozen Assets, and I think it's like them. They tried to break into a sperm bank. I forgot why. I think it's they were gonna sell it. They wanted money. I couldn't remember.
Wait, they're gonna like steal the.
That's a good question. Yeah,
The sperm or the money?
Because I could also see being like, I made a mistake. I don't want my children.
like
Oh,
I'm gonna
someone
break-
breaking
I'm
into
breaking-
my own sperm back?
There you go.
Steal-
We need you in
yeah.
the writer's room. Yes.
Yeah,
I like
steal back
that.
your own sperm.
But then
see
she
now-
meets the guy there and changes her mind. She's like, wait, I don't want to take it back. You can keep it. Let's have a baby together. And that's
Zach-
the third act.
You can keep it. I don't think anybody keeps it. What did you just find out about what you were talking about? Because I just heard you going, oh.
Zach Shepard is excited to find he's been hired as a president of a bank. When he finally arrives in Hobart, Oregon, he discovers to his dismay that the bank is actually a sperm bank.
Ah, the classic mistake.
My accounting major.
Then he meets the cold Dr. Grace Murdoch, the scientist in charge, whose disregard for him seeks to mask romantic intentions. Meanwhile, in order to save the business, the sperm bank holds a fundraiser to find the man with the highest sperm count.
Yeah, it is a
Fundraiser. You're
fundraiser.
right the first time, yeah. Mhm.
Yes. That's it.
The man with
I
the
want to
highest
see
sperm
this.
count. Dude, and then again, because you don't have, you're not supposed to have like your real name or whatever. I feel like the person with the highest sperm count, they would have some kind of cool name. Like,
Is there a leaderboard?
Be like,
Yeah.
that's the maestro.
I used to have the highest sperm count back when I was smoking the most. You know what I'm saying? But they wouldn't let me in, man.
They're all
They wouldn't let
juicing
me be
nowadays
part of it.
anyway.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah.
Do you? Okay, now I gotta ask. Do you like?
Oh, now you have to ask. Let's.
I really need to get
Pleasantries
this answer.
aside.
I need another beast for this question.
Thanks.
Fuck.
Thanks, audience. Appreciate it.
Thanks, audience. What an insult to the people making the show.
Thanks.
You call them
Fake
the audience.
I know, I'm so sorry. Thank you, camera ops. You're
What is this?
wonderful. Getting distracted. It's old beer.
Chris, it's years old.
They wouldn't let me do it, but you can.
I won't
Go
do it.
ahead.
I won't do it.
Don't
He
do
keeps
it.
saying, I won't do
Chris,
it. I won't do
no.
it.
I
Which
wanted-
means he's sure to do it.
Sorry.
No, do it, Chris. Yes.
Thank you for stopping me.
Yeah.
That's not that
They'll stop
bad.
you.
I had
It's gotta
Rooster
be
Teeth
only 2
15
years,
anniversary beer like last year.
There you go.
Yeah, but was it in a
Do it.
Thanks, Eric. Yes.
Yeah, it was in a can.
Because I feel like a keg is worse, right? Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
probably.
Is it like more open than a can?
Have a
Look at
beer.
my Jack Nicholson face.
Have a beer.
Yeah. Do it. I was asking.
Gross.
With sperm donations, is there not a limit to how much you can donate? As
Why are you asking me? I don't know.
Well,
ask the maestro.
no, like I said, they incentivize you to do it as much as possible.
That's why I'm wondering.
However, there was just this viral story that went around. I don't know if you followed it, but there was this guy who did that, but maxed out, like went all the fucking
maxed
time,
it.
and then to the point where the people, the sperm bank was like, okay, enough, sir.
Really?
We're good with you, and then. He was allowed to do it, but then he went to other sperm banks and then maxed it out there to where he's fathered like 600 children across Europe, and now they're all like suing him and stuff.
can't be contained.
Wait,
See,
they can
that's,
sue?
well,
Or
that's
the
flip
banks are
side.
suing him, I think, or he's going to jail.
Oh, the sperm banks are suing him.
Yeah, I think, for abusing their system. I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, it's also what I imagine is, again, that's like the Netflix documentary, which is it's the same but different. But it's about like I think I can't remember when it started. It was like early on with like in vitro and you know like using sperm cells and stuff like that. And basically, long story short, it was the doctor using his own fucking sperm over and over.
Oh, I heard
and
about
over and
that.
over again,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And like besides that in itself, even the like you know donated sperm he was supposed to be using. Even then, there were restrictions of like how much you can donate or how much the sperm bank is allowed to use. And the basic reason was like, so you don't overpopulate one area with a bunch of people that are fucking related to each other.
And don't
Because
know it,
eventually they're gonna meet, people could meet each other and start like inbreeding. Is it, as far as I'm aware, the basic version of like, you can't just have one guy blast off 1,000,000 times and then everyone's related to each other.
Well, they actually said, just, you know, me doing it, however many times I did it, they were like, you know, are you going to tell your family and stuff about this? I'm like, certain members, you know, like you should tell, you know, like,
Because they could do like DNA matches and get hits.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, you know, I was like, I'm probably not going to tell my sister, you know, and they were like, but she, because she has kids, they're like, you need to tell her because the off chance that they happen to meet them and fall in love with your offspring.
Right,
Oh my
they're cousins.
gosh, that's
God
so weird.
damn it. Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving to Alabama. Fuck this. It's incredible.
Well,
That's crazy.
To avoid it or foster it? I don't.
That's Ryan's
It was
story.
vague.
That's
Why are you
Ryan's
moving
story.
to Alabama?
as far away from
Right. I don't to prevent it or lean into it.
Let's set this up. Now that's a rom-com. Wait a
Hey, you know who you should be?
Oh my God.
Ryan, how do you know these kids? I don't know. Oh God. That's terrible.
Oh, Jesus.
It's funny. We're literally just talking about that recently with Chris.
What were we talking about?
Inbreeding and like.
We were?
Yes.
Well, we were talking about
That story
that's
exactly.
Oh, that show.
that Netflix show.
specifically. Yeah.
And that's what made me think of the sperm
Hell yeah.
donations.
I've
So
always
that's where
got
it's
sperm on
all connected.
I like thinking about that and like genetic variations and stuff like that, especially with inbreeding. There's a big population up in the Appalachian Mountains, and it's an isolated area where this family has chosen. They're like, no, like we are the inbred family. Like this is what we do.
The
this is our
Wonderful
lifestyle.
Whites of West Virginia?
I think something like that. Like I don't know what their exact
Real
name is,
family.
but it might be what we're talking about. Then I watched a few documentaries about them recently, but it's just interesting for them to like literally die on that hill. Like, you know?
Sure.
We know what we like.
We keep making it. Fucking crazy.
I know. You know what? Not a fan of incest. Not afraid to say it. There you are.
Bold. In this day and age, you're gonna come out here.
There's a new Pixar movie about all this. coming out.
What?
Stop. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. Did you guys see this new?
Stop. Fuck,
It's
dude.
just an animated teardrop.
Pixar.
There it is.
Come. It fooled me.
I believe it. Oh my god, it's even funnier because Pixar does hit on like really serious subject
That could have
matter.
been your donation. It could be
Oh
you.
my god.
One of the
Voice one of them.
one of the top comments was like the prequel was a little more easy to see through or something.
It's incredible. Oh my lord. Well,
Or the sequel.
Pixar,
They're pretty redundant.
they have the new like Element movie coming out, which looks
Yes.
okay. But what's like the next?
Elemental, is it called? I don't remember.
I think it's something like that. Yeah.
It looks like a parody of Pixar movies. It's
It
like
does.
someone going, okay, what's the stupidest thing we can give personalities? You know, air.
Elements. That's what I'm saying. Like Pixar does hit on like heavier subject matter. Like I was fine with Soul, cool with Inside Out. It's like you're talking about emotion, like emotional variation, and then dealing with like what is life.
You draw the
like,
line at
spirit.
fire and water, though.
It just fuck that.
Will never mix!
It can't be.
Fire can't be with water, even if Pixar tries.
I had the last Airbender. Get that Element movie out of here.
Their dad's like,
Not
eat the
allowed.
fucking spicy food, you dumb water piece of shit. I'm eating the lava balls.
Oh my goodness. I haven't been excited for a Pixar movie in a hot minute too. I don't even
I
know.
know
what their
they've
projects are.
lost the magic of the brand. Where I was like, every one I wanted to see. Now it's like, oh, well, I'll maybe catch that on Disney Plus. With
I think let's start with like Good Dinosaur for me was about where I was like,
that was a long time
I
ago.
don't even
know, I
remember.
know.
Good Dinosaur.
Good Dinosaur was like 10 years ago.
was a while
And
ago.
I never watched it.
I love the shit out of Coco.
Coco
Coco was
was
great.
And
That's
that was the
fair.
last one that really got me.
Coco was good as fuck.
Same storyline as Ariel's beginning. Just a heads up.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
They're Mexican in that movie?
They are, yes.
Well,
It's
the
audience.
At the beginning, and then a magical thing makes her
It's a whole.
it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question, y'all,
Yeah.
because y'all are parents, y'all have kids.
now.
Are there kids movies?
True.
And you
It's
too,
true.
Ryan. Y'all are all parents.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I have way more kids than you guys, probably, theoretically.
Yeah.
Do they make kids movies that are like really sad, like they used to?
It doesn't
Yes.
seem like they
You
do.
know what I mean?
I would argue like Coco, maybe not as like we don't like literally do not give a fuck about your feelings, feel sad in the way that 80s movies and 90s movies did, but like Coco had the same emotional response to like Lion King that I had.
But yeah,
I
okay,
thought.
there's a difference though between just like, yeah, because I cried like a baby at Coco. I love that was a sad and genuinely good movie, but it's like a different kind of sad.
Yeah,
it's not.
it's
Not like
It's not like rubbing your nose in the
it's
shitty
also-
parts
it's-
of life.
It's
Fair.
also,
That's
I would
fair,
say, it's still, people always get whacked, right? In like, mostly Disney, but Pixar too, where it's like, oh, this person's fucking dead. And you're like, oh man, whatever, and the kid's sad. But I feel like it's less everyone the whole movie being like, you're a piece of shit. You piece of shit, like in Cinderella, you know, it's like, oh, my parents are dead. And also, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you, clean my fucking house, you piece of shit. They don't really do that anymore, you know what I mean?
You're not
Well, what
like-
about-
It's like I think it's more like not like realistic sadness because people do die, people lose their parents, but like with Coco especially, I'm like I love that it's all like Alzheimer's connection and like that's very personal for me, but I thought it was very real. It's like had this moment where she does remember her family, and that's the whole theme of the movie. So that broke me, I guess.
Well,
yeah.
I was thinking like, you know, Never Ending Story where what is it?
The
Atreyu and
Aslan dies.
Artax
Artax,
is like
horse.
dying in the swamp.
Yes.
Like that can break a
Dude,
person.
I wept when I
Whoever
first
they
saw it
may
as a
be.
kid. Yeah, you're not wrong. And like 80s movies are also just like going back to acid trips, like fucking acid trips. Like Neverending Story is just like I don't know what I'm looking
Yeah,
at.
I don't think they're really that harsh.
And like
Crazy.
Bambi, it just starts with mom dead.
Yep.
Mom been shot.
I mean, most start like that. Although the difference is Bambi, I think you see her get shot, right?
She goes over a hill and you hear a gunshot.
But it's still like
Yeah,
bang.
it's
I mean,
definitely
like Frozen
quiet.
starts the same way. It's just like, hey, you got parents? They're fucking dead. Anyway, 18 years later.
Yeah,
But that's how they do it. They do it in the intro, and then they move time, so you don't really care.
But the scary stuff, like there's just, it's like there's sad stuff I feel like now, but it's the scary like things that they've taken out, I feel like, of movies entirely,
Dude.
where they just don't want to scare kids.
You're right.
It's fucked up, and they should be scared.
I will say, the only thing I immediately thought the opposite as I was watching it, which is an awesome fucking movie, but it's DreamWorks, the new Puss in Boots.
Oh, that's great.
Scary?
For as a kids movie?
The wolf?
Yeah, because it looks great. I was watching it like I could see a child being afraid. Like the whole plot is like I'm gonna fucking murder you, and he's afraid of dying and being
can't stop
murdered.
it.
Because they're like, oh, he has 9 lives and he's out of lives, so you'll die for real. You're gonna die.
My niece
and
is-
he's literally the wolf is death. And I'm like, this is a little extreme. This movie's awesome. I'm like, it's a little extreme. Death is coming for you.
It's metal as hell, and I love it.
I do remember that thing that was a little intense. And my niece did have a nightmare about that wolf.
no.
So it's like
Good job, DreamWorks.
Do I really? But I think that there's something about that. It's like you should have a nightmare about a wolf at that age, you know?
That's all. It's like for parenting and us. It's like, when do you introduce the topic of like people die to
Yeah.
kids?
Day
It's like,
one.
fucked.
Don't worry, Disney took care of it. Good.
But
Disney
going back
got
to, like,
it.
shit fucking you up and being scary as a
I'm
kid
Mufasa.
that now as an adult I appreciate, I guess. I was talking to Michael about Adventures in Slumberland. Have you ever seen Little Nemo growing up?
Little Nemo.
I never
There's some
knew.
scenes in there that are traumatic.
Lindsay said this to me not too long ago, and it blew my head off because I never knew it was a show. I only knew the Nintendo game. And I played that game.
The game is good.
Yeah, I was like, that was a show? And Lindsay was like, that was a game? Like, fuck yeah, bro.
I think I played the game first.
I'm
and
turning
then-
into shit?
Yeah, you're like a frog.
Yeah, it's like costumes or some shit.
You throw candy?
become shit, yeah, and you get powers. You
Yeah.
get through the levels.
In the movie, you're saving Slumberland, and there's like this nightmare entity that's even creepier. It's not like a human; it's just a thing that comes at you.
It's like the Nothing
yeah, it is.
from
it is from Neverending Story.
Story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bad guys in kids movies are just like
Death.
yes,
Right.
yeah,
Basically, yeah.
Hexus from Ferngully, same thing.
Yeah,
Tim
yeah.
Curry. Yeah, it's just like pollution as a concept.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Good thing we don't have that anymore.
No, it's all good. We saved the rainforest. Thanks
Yeah.
for buying zoo books.
All
We
the
did it.
mermaids are cleaning up the ocean.
They are.
We did it. And now we're all just getting our beast
All those
unleashed.
merkins just soaking up.
Yep.
those-
Well, I got an idea.
Yeah.
A merkin for a mermaid, seaweed.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. All right. No notes.
Yeah.
Seaweed is always greener on someone else's fin. I like it.
What? Oh shit! There's another kids movie. I was
Oh,
thinking of.
traumatic? I'll go bring it back real quick. Brave Little Toaster. Do you remember?
I remember Brave Little Toaster, but I don't remember what was sad about it.
There was one scene, I mean, there's some sad parts, but there's 2 moments in that movie that are very traumatic. There's one where there's an air conditioning unit that has a literal mental breakdown, starts screaming at everybody about how they're all objects that are being used by humans and we have no connection to them. Really, really fucked up, very existential. And then later, the toaster has a dream sequence, which is animated really awesomely. You should watch that just for like the quality of art style. But it's the toaster running through this like really whacked out, trippy 80s style home. And he runs over to a bathtub. And then it cuts to the toaster hanging above the bathtub, like, don't fall or you'll die. Like, suicide by toaster. And then this creepy clown is there and he just goes, run. And the toaster starts like sprinting through the sequence. And that's all I remember as a kid, but it fucked me up.
I mean, the toaster, I wouldn't be concerned about the toaster falling in the bathtub.
Yeah, I know. There's no human
it's
in
not
there, but
good,
It's implied
but-
he will die. The toaster's
When did that come out?
late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. Yeah.
I never
88.
saw it or heard of it until I moved here.
There's also Brave Little Toaster
Do you know
Goes
who
to
directed
Mars.
it?
I have no idea.
What?
John
Brave Little
Lasseter, I
Toaster
think.
Goes to Mars.
Really?
Second one, oh yeah.
Wow.
What number of sequel is that?
Did he?
Second. Yeah. That's awesome too. Cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That was Bertha's Pixar. John Lasseter directed the Brave Little Toaster, I believe.
the animation of inanimate objects suddenly makes a lot of sense now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's a common theme happening there. Like, we take this, but with toys.
Right.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, the Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars. They take a baby to Mars. His owner has a kid, and they take it to Mars.
Where was this? Was this like a VHS tape? Like,
I think
where
it was
was
straight
this?
to VHS.
I
yeah.
just don't understand
I
how
never
they
heard
go
of
from
this
like
for the internet, and no one. I moved to Texas. Every motherfucker under the sun knew about Brave Little Toaster. I never heard of it before.
We like our toast.
that's just
Texas
such an
toast, y'all.
escalation.
What?
It's just like a toaster's lost. It's got to find its like family. Now it's in space. Like there's.
Jump the shark, Chris. They got to escalate.
Yeah, but like I feel like that should be like sequel 5.
I forget
right?
why they go to space.
Yeah, I mean that's what they did with Leprechaun, right? There's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, and they're like, all right,
Jason X.
put them in space.
Took him 10.
Fast
Hellraiser,
Nine.
space. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yep.
fast. X.
Well, but the last one they went to space.
Gotcha. Which is where you
It was
said
on
Fast
TV.
9 and pointed to a hat that says 10.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm pointing out.
You know what I fucking did.
Incredible.
Yeah,
I love stuff like that though.
Yeah,
Straight
they
to VHS and straight to DVD sequels. I
mean, that's the
day.
mark of quality. That's how you know.
You have your dumbed down action movies. I have Ariel's Beginning and Cinderella 2. A Twist
fine.
of Time.
Ariel's Beginning.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, is this like a prequel?
Oh God, were you
it
not
came
here
out
yet for that?
after-
Oh, Jesus.
Chris,
It's
it came
3
out
or
after
4
the
at
original
least.
Little Mermaid, but it is a prequel. It sets up how
Yeah, her mother got
Ariel's-
run over by a boat or
boat.
something.
What? Yeah, a barge hits her.
According to Lindsay,
There was a mermaid
Spaniards
out the
ran
port
her
bow.
over.
It's true. Yes.
Because
actually.
they used to be Spanish or
No,
something.
it was pirates,
Thing?
not
Oh, I'm
Spaniards.
sorry.
I thought you were joking. They're
I thought-
pirates.
I
But
was.
then that's
How'd
actually
she get ran over?
That's what we were saying. Why can't they just go down?
We were wondering,
Yeah.
like either she fucked up or Lindsay's not exactly sure what
Oh,
happened.
that's exactly what happened.
Unless-
Floating on the surface.
Unless she was like,
That's why they started putting that shit on the front of the boats.
unless she was like,
Mother.
was she on the like resting on the shallows, and then a boat came into dock and then got
she was
squished?
resting in the shallows, and all of a sudden she just heard a pirate yell, "Oh fuck!"
That's amazing. Here, Chris, let me draw it on the diagram.
Yeah, why don't
Check
you
it
take
out.
us out with a drawing?
Listen, okay, we got the mermaid over here in Mermaid Cove. She's chilling here. This is Ariel's mom right there. She's playing her little mermaid flute right there. So the
Wait, can we
boat,
get-
the boat comes in
Hang on. Wait
over
a
on the
second.
side.
Are they spinning the camera? It's,
Yeah,
hang
of course,
on. Give them a second.
So boat's coming in. The waves are they're
getting there.
crashing. This boat is in full drive. We're
I like how you didn't
full
wait.
throttle.
You didn't
We're
wait
going
for
in.
them.
I'm creating the image right here. We got the ocean. So Ariel, there are other mermaids. They're chilling
it
here.
wet?
We'll make the other mermaids. This is an X. This is gonna be an O. The other mermaids are O friends. So the O's, they see.
You're drawing it, but
what's
I
happening.
can't grasp
And
what you're saying.
They
All right,
see
hang on.
the O's leave the rock. They go.
Lindsay.
The O's go. Yes.
And this is what we're going to do after halftime.
I'm sorry.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary.
What did this explain?
So this is Ariel's mom, Athena. Don't
All right,
forget
you gotta
that.
start labeling.
A
You gotta
for Athena.
label.
We got Athena right here. She's playing her mermaid flute right here. She's serenading the rest of the mermaid, of the royal family, the royal crew that is
Okay.
here. So pirate ship comes out over here. There's fan canon theory that this is in fact Captain Hook.
I don't give a shit
but I
what
don't
the
know if
fan
that's
canon
Captain
theory
Hook.
is. I
We
need to
don't
know what happened in the
We don't know
film.
if that's true. So the ship comes bursting in. Everyone's like, oh fuck. all
Bursting
the O's.
in? It's on the ocean.
I mean, they don't even know. It's like the T-Rex again in Jurassic Park. We don't know how it got there, but they didn't see
it
it. But
foggy?
it was very
Right.
foggy.
Where
Might
are
as
the
well foggy.
merkins?
The merkins are all here, but they're diving with their merkins. They're leaving. Athena
The merkin store is
she
over on
tries
that side
to
of the
leave with her merkin. She says, "Oh no, I've left the
And
flute.
dives into the boat?
The
Oh.
flute that Triton gave her because he
Gives
fucking
a
loves the
shit
shit out of her because I think that Ariel's their only biological daughter, but I cannot prove that. I cannot
that
prove
looks
it.
like a merkin.
Yes, and then the ship
That's what the
blasts
flute
into
is.
the merkin and goes, and she's gone.
That's dumb.
She is
And so what
gone.
happened to the flute?
She's the flute sinks to the bottom of the ocean. That's part of the plot.
So she didn't even have to
But
go back
how does
for
it sink to the bottom of the ocean if they were on the
Did
shore?
you see Titanic, Chris?
It probably went flying.
But they were not. But
necklace
this is
sank.
in the shore.
No, it's this is like a rock. It's by the shore, like shoreline.
like rocks.
Yeah. You're like poking out, like it's a rocky
They run
area.
aground.
Yeah.
And her mother.
Mm-hmm.
Squished.
Well, I bet the ship crashed.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I'm sure
it's not
did.
like
Well,
malicious.
eye for an eye.
I mean, no one said that. They just said she's dead.
It was an
They just
accident.
said
It's
she got
pretty
Yeah, but they were
crystal
pirates, so
clear.
I think it's malicious by nature,
Crystal
right?
clear right there.
I don't think that
pirates. I think can accident.
But I'm just saying they can accidentally kill you and be like, oh, I'm sorry, that was an accident. But if it wasn't, we would have murdered you. We're pirates.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
well,
Like, what kind of
that's-
pirates are we talking about? I don't know.
Mostly
I don't know
plundered.
how the pirates.
Pirates have
I
a
don't know how
code.
they are in the Little Mermaid.
More like guidelines.
Yeah, like there depends on the pirate. That's
on the pirate.
that's making assumptions about pirates.
And I'm willing to do that.
Well,
Assumptions aside, Chris is coming over to watch this movie with us. Figure this all out, Ryan.
No,
there.
it's not. Yeah,
Mermaid
he's-
expert,
actually, Ryan was coming with her.
Got a couch, extra couch.
Are we the
Cat-
new
Cat,
Starbucks
are we at
bathroom with
time?
us? Okay, cool.
We're at time. We can get out of here.
All right.
We did it.
Let's go.
What the fuck? That was a
was
piece
art.
of art.
Ha!
Yeah.
The evidence of mermaids gone.
All right. Well, Ryan, thanks for
Thanks for having
joining
me.
us. Chris, thanks for filling in. Oh, no problem. You're here too. Sorry,
Barely.
I'm wearing sunglasses, but I was just staring at Chris and he
Oh.
distracted me.
Longingly.
And I was just like, these two guys. I described earlier today, Chris and Ryan. I said, Chris is like, or I said, Ryan is like Chris. They're so similar, but Ryan doesn't have a problem getting from his brain to his mouth. It's just one from
I don't know about
Chris.
that.
Like, compared to Chris, there's a lot more like of a traffic jam. You're very similar. It's
Chris
just-
has a checkpoint. Ryan just has like a wild
but
ride.
what is being said is very similar. It's usually on the same page.
I too have a wild ride.
Ryan just
Get it.
flows a little bit better. Like I said this before, Chris seems like, or maybe is, I don't even know, isn't to speak for you, but like you're like the most outward social awkward person I've ever met. It's like socially awkward people who do things that you do are like, oh no, like I was trying to say something, I messed up, and now it's awkward, whatever. And Chris does it, but just barrels through it. It doesn't matter how long he's like trying to get it out. He won't quit. And it's admirable.
Just like that little toaster.
Thanks. You're brave.
like that
You're brave. You're brave like that toaster. Yes, you're damn right.
Thanks for watching. Tune in next week. Or not.
On Off Topic.
Oh, that's our new outro. Cut to the camera.
Have a beer.